The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
This is Bad Luck Fale, and you are listening to the Shining Wizard Podcast.
Oh, yeah, it's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's the Shining Wizard Wrestling Podcast. If you are joining us live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, thank you. If you're taking us in your pocket, in your car, for a walk, wherever you listen to podcasts, thank you. Episode 740 of the Shining Wizard Wrestling Podcast. And of course, Cinco de Mayo!
Oh, boy.
Hey!
Yikes.
Brundo with the instant sombrero.
Hell yeah. It does not fit in there. It hurts my fucking head, though.
You look like Jim Ross there. Wow, did you have that ready? We didn't talk about this.
I had that ready. Yeah, absolutely. Live up to the name.
Fantastic. Well, I guess I got to do the intro because Tony's not here. So it's Double T
and some Kevin.
El Brundo.
Ooh,
yikes. KJG.
We got ourselves a jam-packed, fun episode. Tony's joining us a little later because he is teaching his son how to parallel park. He promised him, so a promise is a promise.
I hope there's no trees or rocks. That's all I hope.
What a there's only one tree in his life. Yeah.
I mean, a promise is a promise. If your dad promises you, he's going to teach you how to drive.
It doesn't mean shit.
Okay, well, maybe not where in your family, handsome Kevin, but in Tony's very Italian family, your word is your bond.
Yeah, but that's like an activity you do on like a Saturday afternoon at like in a school parking lot where there's no other cars around. Where's he teaching him how to parallel park now? It's like activities.
Look, if you really want to do a real challenge, do it at a school where the parking lot is full.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
but is he gonna do the whole? Is he gonna do the whole thing where you put the cones out or like the crates, the milk crates out?
I don't know. You're in the fucking group text message, man. Why didn't you ask him?
I'll ask him right now.
I didn't realize he was. I didn't get the whole parallel parking aspect of this.
What this morning? What did he say? He said.
I don't think he mentioned parallel
he just
parking.
Said park or
drive.
Yeah.
So KJG wants to know if the cones are out.
Yeah.
Well, see,
milk crates will also suffice.
Or milk crates?
Milk, you know what a milk crate get? Milk. Why can't I speak tonight?
Episode.
Man. Now, we got a lot. We got a fun show. No guests tonight. We do have Kate's Corner. Kate's joining us very shortly. We'll be talking the Friday WWE releases. We got Backlash this weekend, which means more pay-per-view picks. We had AEW this past week, which I pretty much enjoyed, except for the Botcha Mania tag match on Collision at the end of the show.
You mean homework?
No, homework I fucking love. And I just tell you, and my brother doesn't listen to this podcast, but man, when we were a kid, my brother hated it when I called him Uncle Zebekiah. He fucking hated it with a passion.
Why?
And well, I don't know.
I was gonna say he didn't know him as Dutch Mantel if he wasn't a wrestling fan.
But man, you blast my brother with an Uncle Zeb when you're in the pool fucking around. Oh, he got mad. He got so mad.
That's such a weird thing to lose steam on.
I mean, I was like 13 and he was like 10. So, I mean, what you get upset about?
Yeah, he also wears long shorts with like knee-high socks, so you can't really fully trust him anyways.
Uncle Zebekiah or my brother?
Your brother. Yeah, that's your brother.
There's nothing wrong with that, or at least there wasn't at that time.
That time, last August?
Wait, that's when? I thought you meant the 90s or some shit.
No, I've known Hansel Kevin for like 3 years.
Well, good point.
Not longer than that.
Okay, but not the 90s.
That's true. Yeah, not the 90s. We have in Minnesota, we have a gay nightclub called the 90s. So we always have to specify. It happened in the 90s. The time period, not the nightclub.
That's fair. That's good.
Yeah.
How you boys doing since the last time we got together and chopped it up with the hitman Tony Stetson?
Heard that show was rough.
Was it? I worked all weekend, so I don't know. Was it bad?
That's right.
I read a review of it and it was not kind.
Oh, who's what website?
PW and Mike Johnson. He was there.
He's wrong.
We haven't brought that up in a while.
What was it? TWA? What? Oops.
Yeah, it's
You got results?
Like the first, the very first thing, like Joel Goodhart got the mic and it wouldn't work.
Sometimes it happens.
I get that, so I wasn't completely ready to throw it under the bus yet. I haven't seen any of it, so all I can go on is this one review. But I heard that heard it wasn't good, and if there's anyone that wanted that show to be good, it's probably Mike Johnson, and he was not pleased with it. So I'll take his word for it.
I mean, to be fair, you were using guys who were like 25. I don't think if you went to TWA One and Done and you were expecting like a WWE or AEW quality show, like it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah,
Right.
This is like me and Tony going to Maccabee Mania and complaining that the fucking mighty Maccabee couldn't hold up his work rate.
Again, I only read the one
Yeah.
thing, so other people could have felt completely differently. I just didn't read what they wrote. But like I said, Mike Johnson's like an ECW, TWA dude.
Yeah.
So if he was critical of it, I will take him at his word on that. But listen, everyone got a payday, I guess. So that helps.
Was he looking at it as a nostalgia piece, or was he looking at it straightly through like a wrestling fan lens? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but it's just a very long review with very little positive notes. So
God, this fucking website is impossible to fucking.
I never use it on the computer ever because I will get my computer will die.
I can't. There's like
PW pop up, right?
Yeah.
no, there's no pop-ups, but it's like there's shit from like April, and then it jumps to like stuff on the 3rd, but there's no set for tomorrow's Raw is. Like, I don't care about what this. I want to know about fucking TWA. Full rundown of NWA member promotion events this weekend. Pro Wrestling Symphony. Jesus Christ!
Did you see the headline
Give me
about
the
our?
fucking results?
Did you happen to see the headline about Duke? Not Duke and Rogue. The dumpster.
Why The Rock is going nowhere? Everything is for sale. What is this shit?
We can add another one to our exiled list.
Duke the Dumpster Drosy?
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck out of town.
Wait, he passed?
No.
Oh.
Bad stuff. Bad news bears.
Oh.
We'll go on.
You mean he's a garbage man?
Arrested for trying to purchase child porn.
Ooh.
And indicted.
That's
It always, for some reason, it always comes back to that with this show. Like, so we can remove him. Get Tony to remove him from the.
Oh boy, that is quite the snapshot, brother.
Yeah.
Yikes! All right, well, I think Kate is here.
Rhino's set for AEW too.
Kate has been sitting patiently. I'm gonna bring Kate in.
She's
okay, great. Do we have the what?
Yeah, I got you with the
This
thing
is
and the stuff.
style.
Yeah.
There we go. Kate's Corner. Kate from Fightful. How are you tonight?
Great, bringing me in with the nice child porn lead-in.
I didn't see you.
We needed an expert, so
I'm not at liberty to discuss such things. No, I'm happy to be here as always. Nice to see you, fellas. How we doing?
Great.
Great.
How are you, Catherine?
I'm good. I'm in a stretch of not being on a show for like 5 days in a row, so I feel like a new woman. Like I don't do ROH anymore because why would I? And then I was like, if I take SmackDown off and my co-host for tonight is out, I was like, I'm gonna have like 5 days in a row of not doing a show. And I'm like, I feel so refreshed, and there's so much to explore in the world past 8:00 at night. It's wild.
You prefer Kate, or is like Catherine your official government name?
No, my full name is Kate.
Oh,
My full name is Kate. My parents were like, they're gonna call her Kate anyway, but my mom is a Catherine, so everyone assumes that I'm a Catherine.
It's Fight from Kateful.
There you go.
well, Kate the Great. Great to have you. Very newsworthy weekend. WWE, TKO. They're they're in the business of making money, not spending it. So they cut a bunch of people that were like, on TV quite a bit recently.
Yeah, and there's some unfortunate ones on the ROH side too that aren't cuts, but like the Righteous.
You say ROH?
I just saw
EJ and Duca, the Righteous, all wrapped up today too. But those are our contracts running out. I think part of what's rubbing people the wrong way with the WWE side is they're like record-breaking profits, biggest house ever, and then they go and say like WrestleMania week that they don't bench people, and they're like, except for Shotzi, who's going to be on the bench until July, and we're also cutting all these people. So there's like people wondering what the difference in perception is there, and I think it's largely that. Dakota Kai was a big surprise to a lot of people. Shayna Baszler was, just because she had just re-signed in I think December of last year, and was like someone that Triple H previously utilized a lot. Braun Strowman was just very expensive.
He's going right to the Hulksters promotion.
Isn't it that like all amateur wrestlers though?
No, fucking retard. Nonsense, fucking dumb people on the internet thinking.
Oh my god,
Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff, fucking NWO vignettes were gonna lead to something worthy.
Oh my god, like they were so long too. They were like, we are so back for like 3 minutes, and then they were like, but we're not going to tell you what it is. And then they did, and everyone was like, oh no. But yeah, it's tough. There's so many options and places for wrestlers to work, but there's still so many wrestlers, right? And not everybody can go to one place or the other. I think AEW's roster is pretty bloated as is. They've gotten much better, I think, about who they're picking up and bringing them in with a purpose. Like, even Kevin Knight, right? Like he's not in a story maybe, but he's running off to do Best of the Super Juniors. So he's been on TV, but he's not going to get into anything probably until after that. So I think AEW's done a better job of being selective in who they bring in, but that means where do these people go to work now that anybody who has a high positioning in TNA is now kind of being funneled toward NXT, where a lot of these people just got let go from. So
yeah, but
that's the mystery. That's still the biggest unknown, I think, is like, how does this affect that relationship? And even with TNA just brought in Indy Hartwell as kind of a big deal. So like, are they really going to bring in Cora Jade in 30 days? Like after they just,
I'm sorry, Kev, I hate to cut you off. I think Cora Jade she's got GCW written all over her.
Well, I think Shayna Baszler has GCW written all over her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cora Jade was there before she went to the WWE. She was doing like deathmatch shit, right?
She was like Cora Jade as Elena Black was heavily involved in that side of things. Shayna, I think, will tear it up in Japan and GCW as well. I think she's going to do extremely well. Dakota Kai I could definitely see going to AEW. But like Gigi Dolan is someone that I think is a surefire TNA. Like that Knockouts division could actually use some love right now. Like
She could go back to doing tampon stuff.
she could go back to Priscilla Kelly, tampon artist.
You know,
you
I
guys had her first interview, right?
Yes, someone had sent me the releases like Saturday night, and I was working, and I had already known about it, but I don't check my Instagram messages. So then we started talking about it. I was like, oh, maybe she could go back to doing tampon stuff. She was like, what? So I Googled it. You know, like fucking NewYorkPost.com picked up that fucking interview.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember seeing that in the past. Like you guys had the big after tampon incident interview, and it went like kind of everywhere. So
and we found out her and Darby at a glass table, and you know what they do with that.
And some other artistic choices.
Doo-doo art, baby. That's what we call the episode.
Jeez, I thought it was bad. I saw her in a Human Centipede. I thought that was bad. You guys got me beat.
Yeah. Well, what because we found out during that interview that she was on some show on like TLC, My Big Fat Greek Family or something.
Was she? I know Darby was like one of those fake trips to the ER shows.
Yeah, and then we talked about that with him too, where he like was like got stung in the dick while he was like making out with a girl in the park. Like that was like the Tales from the ER episode. Now he's doing kick flips on Mount Everest.
He is. He's like 3/4 of the way up Everest. Insane.
Fucking fall off of it.
Matthew.
Fucking asshole.
He's not even avant-garde anymore.
I got an update from Tony.
Oh, good.
Pylons, my man.
Pylons,
right?
Pylons. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty good like Parallel Parker. I'm good at that game.
Yeah, you should have told Tony. Would love to have had you maybe try to distract his son while he was trying to parallel park, like a challenge. Make it a challenge, you know.
I should text him. So my mom was like terrified to drive with my sister and I when we were in the have your permit learning to drive phase. My dad was great at it, but he was traveling a lot when I was learning to drive. So she was like, I'm going to get you guys driving lessons as like a fun, I don't want to drive with you thing. And there were like some like foolproof tips that worked. And that was one of them. I'll text him to Tony, see if he can get guided in this parental journey he's on with the kid right now.
I think I got a word from Tony here. Hold on 1 second. Let's see what he has to say.
Text that battle-chested monster.
Oh, that's not nice.
I didn't realize you were going to play a drop.
Can I just tell you I'm an idiot?
Oh, yes, please share with the group.
Go on.
And of course, he's here. Kate's here. He's not here.
He's not here. He's running away from me.
I think you make him nervous, Kate.
I think I do too.
You do.
I do too.
Like, I think Tony's a very happily married man. I think he loves his wife very much, but I think he might have a crush on Kate.
I'm very unnerving to some people,
especially Tony.
Yeah, I think he's on the list.
She's got beauty. She's got brains. She watches current wrestling, so that can balance Tony's watching 1977 WWF stuff out. You know, like
I don't. Yeah, like I can't sit through Bruno Sammartino match after Bruno Sammartino match after Bruno Sammartino match.
See,
like,
but Kate brings the balance.
There you go. The yin and the yang.
Kate, what went wrong with Carl Frederick in NXT?
You know, I don't know. I think I don't know if his presentation actually really connected with the crowd, but he's a hell of a worker, and I thought he did some pretty cool work. They made like the strap match his match, which I thought was kind of cool. They don't really do signature matches on NXT for people anymore. So I thought he was great. I think it might have just been a mismatch of the environment. And they're also now starting to see like if you don't have a path to the main roster, you're just getting cut. Like I think Duke Hudson was incredible on NXT. I think he's one of the most underrated characters in that show that has been cut. I feel like he's a no-brainer for someone to pick up. But like if they don't see you as a main roster guy or gal, Like you're done
Yeah.
for. So if they didn't see like he's on, because he doesn't have anything to develop. Like he was Carl Fredericks in New Japan and killed it, and ring wise he's right there. So it's like if they just don't think you're going to connect with the audience, you're just kind of gone at this point.
That's so strange because I see him as a guy that when they picked him up, I was like, yo, he's gonna connect. And I think it was this presentation. Is he a DJ? Is he a Native American? Like, not that you can't be both, obviously, but like are you presenting him as like a Native warrior?
No, you can't be both.
You can't be both. It's not allowed.
Well, there was some wacky shit that, like, in that NXT 2.0 to the crossover to where we're at now era, like, there was some weird stuff. Like, when they first introduced Nikita Lyons, she was like a bouncer and a rapper and a dancer. And, like, it was and a twerker, which she still is. Like, so,
she's a good twerker, guys. She's not awful. She's a good twerker.
she's a serviceable twerker. You know what I mean?
Mid-card level twerker.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think now I actually think NXT is on a way better track than it's been in a very long time. Kind of since that CW money kicked in, they started to care about it a lot more. It feels like still some wacky shit going on. That's just the environment for it. But I think there are some people that just never quite settled in. The like Gigi Dolans of the world, and I'm glad that like JC Jane wasn't on that list and that Fallon Henley is not on that list because I think they're really good. And that women's mid-card picture on the main roster, I'm like, well, what are we waiting for? Because they've kind of don't have anything left to prove on the NXT side. And it certainly doesn't feel like they're in line for a world title run anytime soon with Steph Bacure and Julia and that whole crop coming in. So I just, what worries me for NXT is like, did they let all of these people go? And then now are they going to pick the cupboard bear in the draft or call-ups or whatever, where they're going to call up Julia, Roxanne, Steph. And then it's like, what does NXT have left? So we'll see. We'll see. There's never a time where the NXT handoff to the main roster goes well. That's just like, doesn't matter who's in charge of what. It just does not seem to go smoothly.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mention if they don't see you as a main roster guy, but then like you have these mainstay NXT people that like are still there, like like your Andre Chases of the world, your Sean Spears of the world, that are there specifically for that brand. And I'm just curious as to what your take is on what's the difference between being there to solidify NXT or seeing you as a main roster guy. Does anyone honestly really see Andre Chase as a main roster guy? I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's also tricky too, because like even with the D'Angelo family, which I think silly as it's been is actually a pretty great act.
It's fun.
I feel like they're ready for Tony D to go up, but not the rest of the family. So it's like, were you waiting on the Chase U act to go up? Are you waiting on one or two people? Like, what does that kind of look like is another aspect to it. Sean Spears is a guy that I feel like he's probably like player coach role. Like he's leading this stable to help people's development come along. Andre Chase, Harlem Bravado, like they rebooted a university that he lost in a bet. Like he's a Welsher on his bets for sure. That's not great. But I'm with you. There's some people that like seem to be tentpole talents there, but I mean, even just from a salary wise, that's not sustainable. So I don't know what that looks like. But there are certain people that I think are going to be there to help guide other talents along and produce like a Sean Spears.
Nice.
Yeah. Look, it's, and at the end of the day, TKO owns the WWE and they are in the business of making money. And the partnership with TNA doesn't hurt because TNA is paying people and they're going to put them on the CW, and the TNA is thrilled with it because they're getting more exposure than they're getting on TNA. Because I can't even tell you what channel TNA is on anymore. I don't know. I just watch it streaming.
I don't think it is. It was on Access, and
it is.
Well,
it's
oh,
on
it's on Access, but I don't think we get access if you have like.
Yeah, I don't get access.
Yeah.
No access to access.
Yeah.
No.
So I mean, it sucks. There's a lot of super talented people out there, but hopefully, and Matt Cardona, he carries the flag. Like, he's the guy. Like, I hope every single one of these people who don't know what they're going to do, they reach out to Matt Cardona, because I'm sure his DMs are open and he's there to help people. Like, this can only make the independents stronger, and like you got to be all in. You got to be all in on it. And Cardona's like reinvented him fucking self, like himself. Like, he's a fucking superstar, like a bigger superstar. I know this might be controversial, but I think he's a bigger superstar now than he was when he was in the WWE.
Yeah, I think it's tricky because I've heard this conversation too, and WWE will say like, go be the next Drew McIntyre. And it's like, well, Drew's kind of one of one in that regard. Like, a lot of people have gone and tried to reinvent themselves and not made it back, including Matt Cardona, who's been vocal about wanting to come back. And what's there, he certainly can't do more on the independents, right? But I think his mentality was the right mentality. And I think what I like about Matt Cardona's story that's a little bit underrated, I think, is it didn't happen immediately for him. Like, it took him a second he had to do that GCW match basically to settle into that indie god persona, because he pretty immediately went to Impact and was a face, and it wasn't clicking. It was not like this, I'm out from WWE
too, right?
Yeah.
The
old Cody.
So I like that he gave himself the breathing room to figure out who he looked like in that regard. A lot of these people are younger than he is too. Like, I could absolutely see Cora Jade getting signed again in a couple years. Right. So we'll see. It's such a weird landscape with the TNA partnership, but I think you'll see some people go to Japan and Mexico and the Indies and work really hard. I think the hate
promotion in Mexico now. Let's come on.
Yeah, that's everybody's got.
WWE owns the other one, which is a whole nother, like, people are, people see shit on the internet. Like, just take a second and like read, like,
Yeah.
Virgil Del Rio is under the WWE banner now because he's the AAA champion. Don't worry, they're gonna get the belt off of him and get rid of him. But I'm sure they're putting their fucking pieces in place first. Like, I know they had like a video from Rey Mysterio Jr. play at the last AAA show. So they're setting things up there. Lucha Libre lives here, but CMLL, they tend to disagree. Oh shit, Tony's here.
Kate, let me ask you this. Your boss.
Aim for Kate.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Kate. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm good. I didn't crash my car today. Did your car get crashed today?
No, I did not crash my car. Which one of these four assholes crashed their car?
No, it's just in the parallel parking incident. Just making
Oh,
sure.
no. Everything's great. Coming up aces today. Aces McGaces, as one of us would say.
That's right. Okay, so SRS said on one of his streams that if Triple H wanted them here, they would still be here. So does that tell you that maybe Triple H doesn't necessarily think these talents aren't good enough, or is he just standing out of the way while somebody else makes a decision to cut them?
I think the context of Sean's comments was intended to say that, like, if he didn't want Dakota Kai to get cut, he would be using her on television, and Shayna Baszler he would be using on television. So everybody likes to jump to, for some reason, they're like, people love to pretend they know exactly who was the one to do it.
Right.
And I don't think it's probably solely anyone's call, but the idea being, like, they have a women's mid-card that they did nothing with. I mean, they've done nothing with these women's mid-card titles. They've been 2 packs of ass since until Becky came back. Like, there's been no stories around them. They weren't represented on WrestleMania. Chelsea lost to Zelina Vega, who had 5 singles matches in the past 3 years or some shit. They've been atrociously booked. And I think what Sean meant by that was more along the lines of, like, they could have done stuff with a lot of these talent and they wouldn't have been in positions to get cut. I think there's a lot of people, it sounds like internally and just in general, that are surprised with Shayna because Triple H used Shayna to her fullest potential so well for so many years. And she was, like, very recently backstage at NXT working and very recently resigned. So that one was a tough one. Ones like Braun, I can't say, like, I know directly, but the thought process there from what I've heard is, like, he's aging and he's really expensive. Like that's a guy who is in the 7-figure salary range, and for what they're
fucking Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
you people are on drugs
because they
Control your
re-signed
narrative.
all the
Control
people
your
that
narrative.
they cut with Vince, and then they're like,
We'll be at
Well,
the
that's-
Croc
and
Cup in
I
12
think what-
days.
you joke, but like he's not going to AEW. So even if they wanted to re-sign him back, they could sign him back for less than 7 figures somewhere. You know what I mean? So, I
him
think a
and
guy
Ryback
like
should be
that.
a tag team, and they could be called "I don't give a shit about them."
That's, you know what? That's actually a perfect tag team.
I think him and AEW with Big Bill would be a good tag team.
You know, honestly, like I felt like on this run, I know his knees are kind of shot, but like he wasn't the worst. Like he definitely got better. But I don't think they're looking at him and being like, if we're paying 7 figures for someone, that's who we should be spending that kind of money on, right? Like I think that's part of the thought process there. Is that some people are just expensive in comparison to what they're asking their value to be on the roster.
Yeah. Any other ones that came across as surprising? Another couple, like Riley Osborne. I forget the other guy. Javier
Bernal.
Dallas too?
All
Yeah.
Gallus.
Yep.
I would say actually,
ABG's Townsend alumni.
Casey Catanzaro, Towson girl, Belleville
They-
girl.
There we go.
I mean, it's more than any one talent. I would say the one that actually surprised me the most with the NXT side, I thought Jakara Jackson had made like a ton of progress in a very short amount of time. So I was kind of surprised with her. She's someone that could go have like a TNA run and come back in a second. 100%. I feel like, but it's more, what are you doing with the women's tag division? Because you cut Shayna, you cut Casey and Kaden, the Secret Hervis, they released Isla Dawn. That could have been a tag team, and they're not one.
Wait. What is the Secret Service? What is
the Secret Hervis? It was Chelsea Green's security stooges, Piper Niven, and now Alba Fire.
Wait, Piper Niven got fired?
No. She's still around.
Oh, good.
But
She lost.
Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were a tag team, but they released Isla Dawn and they moved formerly Kaylee Ray, Alba Fire, to that act now, but they're not competing as a tag team. Lash and Jakara, they were a tag team. Like there are 6 or 7 tag teams. Gigi and JC could have easily reunited and made them a tag team on the main roster. Like there's so many women's tag teams, or could have been women's tag teams. And then on last Monday, you have Liv Morgan and you have Dominic in the same segment. And Liv says, I'm going to fuck off and go do a movie. And Dominic says, I'm going to go with her. And Nick Aldis is like, no, Dom, you have to stay. If you're a champion, your workload doubles. And I'm like, Liv Morgan's a fucking champion. Why is it her workload doubling? So I just feel like a couple things with that. Like, one, what are you doing with the women's tag division? And 2, why did you absorb the NXT women's titles into it? Because that roster could really, really use them. And I feel like they took them away for no reason, because it's not like those titles ever visit the show all that often. So I think they should split them.
What they should do is they should just make the WWE women's tag team titles an NXT exclusive, because like there's so many teams on there. Now, again, if they're, like you said earlier, if they're going to call up Julia, they're going to call up Roxanne, they're going to call up, I don't know, Zarya and Sol Ruka at some point, like then maybe you can't do it. But any thoughts about possibly just making that NXT exclusive because of the fact that they've seemed to have not given a shit about it on the main roster?
I mean, I would like to see it, or I would like at least for them to be the place where they're held the most on NXT, because they have the depth there. I think women's tag titles should float. I think it would be really cool if there were, I know like Sean has said this a bunch of times and I agree, like if AEW had them and they could float to CMLL and New Japan Strong and ROH, like that would be cool. You would have actual women's worlds tag titles in the WWE sphere they could easily float across all 3 programs, just have actual programs for them, right? So
like a tree falls in the woods and there's no one there to hear it. Doesn't make a sound.
yeah. Like if my old thing was like they put them on Jade and Bianca and they still didn't give a shit about them, right? Like those are 2 of your biggest women's stars in the world, and
Tag
they
team of
didn't
the
even
year,
really.
right, Tony?
No, I cared about Jade and Bianca being the champs.
Fucking horseshit. Fucking
That bitch. Come on, man. That was awesome.
nonsense.
What nonsense? What are you talking about?
They were not the
can't
tag
talk about-
team of the year.
You can't talk about broads for 20 minutes and go, Tony, you don't give a shit, do you?
You can't call them broads, you shit.
Yeah, you Dame, pussies, harlots. I mean,
Dame, I think I like Dame better. It sounds
Dame
classy.
is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them dames over
The
there.
Dame tag team titles, I would take that.
What's wrong with the broad?
You wouldn't
Yeah,
take
what's
the
wrong with
broad
that?
tag team titles.
No,
Yeah, because that means they're far and wide the champions.
Yeah.
They're the broad champions.
Yeah, Piper Niven. She's a good broad.
Oh, she's a broad for sure. Hey, man, if Classic Freddie Blassie can call him broad, so can I.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was classy.
From the grave.
Hollywood fashion plate.
He also used to sharpen his teeth.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He killed somebody. Nothing wrong with
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, Tony, did you hear about Duke the Dumpster Drozy?
Well, he lost another foot.
He wishes he lost another foot.
Yeah.
but-
Oh, he's done so?
no, he's not
we,
Dunzo.
we got to remove him from the list, though, from the past guest list.
Oh, no.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did he assault someone with his prosthetic? Please tell me it was his
No,
prosthetic.
he's in that he was acting very rude. Let's just put.
Oh,
it
he's
that
in the
way.
David Starr, Rude Boy Riley camp.
That's
now?
right.
More towards
There
the
you
Rude Boy Riley
Yeah.
camp.
Hey, I also heard that Chris Dickinson had some issues because I've been following that Deathmatch 2.0 group that you hate so much.
Oh, that was years ago.
That's such old
Yeah,
news.
but I didn't know about that, or did I forget about that?
You forgot about it.
God damn, forgot about it.
Did you drop your opinion on that one? Which canceled wrestler to bring back?
No, I was tempted to throw in Rude Boy Riley, but I did not.
Why would you do that?
Just for shits and giggles, bro. It's that kind of group.
The group
I was gonna put Louis just to fucking Louis.
I should leave that group, by the way.
No, never leave that group.
Never.
It's amazing.
It's all over my Facebook feed like I give a shit.
But that's the point. It's amazing. It's that group and the Back to the Future fan group that I'm a part of. Every day, it's 50,000 different conspiracies on things that didn't make sense in the movies. It's
So,
fucking.
I don't know, like I guess like someone tried to run like a deathmatch show this weekend in Jersey and it got canceled.
CZW.
Yeah, somebody called the cops on him or some shit.
No, they didn't have the right permit to do it on the
Whoops.
beach. Big surprise.
Can't imagine DJ Hyde fucking that up.
Sounds like my Friday night in fucking Somerville.
Shit.
Party in Somerville.
I gotta fuck
yeah.
the cops and the fire department.
So we're all happy these guys got fired. More room for the other
No,
folks on the
no.
roster.
Oh, what's wrong with you? I'm muting him again. Bad enough we
Was
got-
that you fucking with my volume?
Yeah, dude, you came in and chopping your fucking face off on fucking peanuts or whatever you were eating. What are you?
If anybody's good with fucking with volume, it would be KJG, I guess.
Tony is 0.3 pounds away from being under 200 pounds.
Fuck yes.
Shit those pants,
Dang.
bro.
You didn't hear him
shit
chewing
pants,
like
son.
a horse when he came on?
Anybody else celebrate Cinco de Mayo today?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Bruno. Fuck yes.
I definitely had white people taco night, that's for sure.
I love white people taco night.
Was it Old El
Hell yeah.
Paso or was it fucking what's the other one? There's a bunch of them that they sell for. No, we actually went to the local Mexican. Well, we didn't go. We had it delivered.
Of course.
Nachos, not a fan of. Tacos were okay.
Delivered nachos sound gross. They just sit in a
Yeah, that's
container
gross.
covered in all the toppings.
Yeah, but there weren't a lot of toppings with them either.
God,
They
what
went
do you
very
get,
skimpy
fucking
on the
fried
meat.
calamari to go too. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, they put calamari on the. That's a little.
No, I'm
racist.
saying, are you the type of person who orders fried calamari to go and then you complain because it's fucking gross?
No, because their nachos are a little thicker than average, so I figured they would still arrive crispy, and
Of course they are.
they didn't.
Nothing wrong with being a little thicker than average. That's all I'm
Fuck
saying.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tell 'em, Kate.
Write it down,
Four
Brundo.
of us, the four of us leave Kate and Tony to their own devices.
Just
I just think that I think it's unfair that Dakota Kai was let go a little bit for DG Dolan. I cried a little bit, but the other ones,
It is.
We
a
were
bit
talking about the Priscilla Kelly tampon interview. How that was like your big get.
Yes, and she did it to a girl named Fish.
Yeah, that was her name, right?
That was her name, Fish.
Wait, is
her,
that for real?
her opponent's name was Fish. Yeah.
Was it Fish?
See, Kate, I'm an historian.
You are wrestling historian
Where else would you get that kind of information?
Bruno Sammartino and Fish.
and Fish, not
No, it's calamari.
the lady wrestler.
Also,
Oh
like,
boy.
I do think it's a bit ridiculous that like Cora Jade and Gigi Dolan are like, yeah, like we weren't like fit enough for them at the Performance Center.
Yeah, that was.
Those chicks are smoke shows. I wish I looked like them. Are you fucking kidding me?
Probably Albert. Is Albert still there? He seems like the kind of guy.
I wish you looked like I'm too double T.
I'm working on it. HK. I almost.
He's
got
gonna come
fit.
back with orange hair next week and like weird steampunk sunglasses.
If you would have got in from the jump with Sonny Kiss and his routine, you would have fucking had a badonkadonk for days by now.
It's true.
You know?
Yeah,
true.
it's a good call.
I mean, the tits you got to get on your own. I mean, maybe not.
I'm not having problems getting the tits.
How much money from the Patreon?
Yeah, those are funked, all right.
Man, Terry Funk doesn't deserve that. That was
No, he does. Matt hates Terry Funk.
Matt's tits forever. Forever.
If you want to put up with the upside down fucking tattoo he's got in the middle of him.
That's a new shirt idea, Matt.
The tattoo in the middle of my chest is not.
Wait.
I thought it was upside down. I thought you got this shit done the wrong way or some shit.
I love that this
Bret Hart
comment came
one.
up. I love that this comment came up the second after you showed your tits like that.
there. It is.
Fuck yeah.
52 games. Thank you. 52 games.
Thank
Also,
you.
Goat Meat. Don't know who Goat Meat is, but he said, "Oh shit, did I find a wrestling family?"
You sure did, Goat
You
Meat. Welcome
fucking
aboard,
did.
brother.
Got some
Goat
goat meat
meat
for him.
is gonna have to learn about the horse meat gimmick. I think. There you go.
That's a good call. We haven't had. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe
Kate,
you'll get a
what,
Carl Fredericks interview.
Say who won now?
Maybe you'll get a Carl Fredericks interview and you can ask him.
I would love to have Carl back on. I hope he goes to Japan.
Yeah, me too.
War dogs are still a thing over there, so
Yeah, they are.
do it.
Oh yeah, Kate. I heard Wardlow had some interviews with the people up north. That's what I was hearing.
Man, no.
Yeah.
There is no.
Yeah.
See, that's why you need to stay off the fucking Facebook deathmatch groups and all the Facebook wrestling fan sites because they're full of shit. They don't know what they're doing.
Oh,
First
can
of all, he's been injured, like badly injured, so he would have injury time added if they wanted to keep him
Can a-
around anyway, which they
can a
do.
guy dream? Can you? Why are you taking away my fucking hopes and dreams here? Come on.
You
now.
can dream, but I'm here for the truth, Tony.
I mean, Shayna Baszler got fired. One of my dreams came true. I mean,
Oh,
Stop! I love Shayna.
me too.
I just wish she had some pigment in her lips. That's all. I got no problems with Shayna.
I'll be honest. The makeup thing is a little weird.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's like
I'm not a fan of the like eye makeup with no lipstick. It doesn't.
she's
look
like, I'm not here, but my eyes are. Ooh.
Still would.
So I didn't realize. Like
bad
I
she
seen
wouldn't.
her do the no selling TikToks with other people doing the dances, and she just like stands there. I didn't realize there was this Stew Monday thing that she was doing. It was pretty great. It's like now.
So in other words, what she always does in the ring anyway. Ah!
Boo, boo, Tony, boo.
Say what you want about like Ronda Rousey, but I love them as a tag team. Like Ronda and Shayna, where they would come out and like they're matching like Street Fighter gis and shit like that. Like I thought that was dope.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
liked a lot more of Ronda's run than most people did.
I agree.
I think it went bad when the whole product was shit. Like I don't think it was as much her fault. But
I
like there
blame
was a lot of her
Gulak.
stuff that I liked.
Wait, who said Gulak? Somebody said
I do.
Gulak.
I blame Drew Gulak grabbing her fucking strings.
You bramed him on the episode.
Writing that down.
Yeah.
I got the fucking monster tongue going on tonight.
Well, at least you didn't blame it on the Dame.
That's right.
Blame
Kate-
it on the Dame.
Kate, I know you
Yeah,
said when you joined
yeah.
us, I'm gonna plow through the Milli Vanilli.
You are horny.
Gotta go.
Side note, on the Milli Vanilli. Did you fucking know that the Menendez brothers had Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You played at the funeral of their murdered parents?
No, that I did not know.
No, I did not know
Yeah.
that.
How fucking weird is that?
I don't know the song.
Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You?
Girl, I'm gonna miss you.
It's a tragedy for me to see the dream is over.
Yes.
But
It's not
I
that far
never
off,
forget
honestly.
the day we met. A girl, I'm gonna
Gonna miss you.
I know Bremen on the Dame. I don't know that one.
Yeah, Carl Fredericks, Eddie Thorpe does Bremen on the Dame.
So he's doing both again, or
Yes,
no?
he's doing both.
Okay, he's doing
And
both.
because he's going back to Japan, he's not Native American anymore. He's Japanese now.
Or a DJ.
Or Italian.
Doesn't matter.
Kate, you said 5 days off. When is your next post-show segment? Are you still part of the Mark Order? Please go back to the Mark Order. You got to save them.
Yes. I've been on a heater. I took 1 week off after WrestleMania, but I've been there.
No, you're allowed to. You're allowed to.
I needed it after Mania weekend. I was not a person, but I am back tomorrow.
Tony's looking to hand out heaters if you want to.
No, I'm looking to see heaters or hitters. Never mind.
Matt, that's your cue, Matt.
Well, Matt's got for you, so. I
Text that barrel-chested
in
monster.
my regular rotation.
Knob gobbler.
Oh, you guys. She can bring my balls together under her chin. Why would you do this?
To be accused.
That doesn't mean you're guilty.
You said it. I didn't.
Out of context, for God's sakes. I don't even care if it's during Wrestle Kingdom. I just want to go get some fucking vending machine panties. Statement. Not a false statement.
I like Tony's like, no, that one's fair. That one's fair.
It's okay. What do you do again?
That's a great question.
Not the Mark Order, unfortunately, right, Matt?
I'm on the Mark Order. I've been there 5 out of 6 weeks, I think. I'm on the NXT and SmackDown reviews on Fightful. I gave up ROH because it sucks. But I do Wednesdays at the Mark Order podcast right here on the Shining Wizards Network. And pay-per-views and PLEs at normally Raw on FightfulSelect.com. But today I have off and I'm not watching wrestling. I'm very excited about that.
Good for you. Yeah, I like taking days off and not watching wrestling myself.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
mean,
all the regular week for Tony.
Yeah, those are days that end in Y.
yeah, days with a vowel in them. Tony's like, I'm gonna not watch current wrestling. So, but
Well, Kate, this was great. If you guys are out there, you're listening, you haven't, you don't know who Kate is, follow her at Miss Kate Fabe on social media. She's doing stuff with Fightful. She's doing stuff with Excite. She's doing stuff with the Mark Order podcast, and she's here once a month with the Shining Wizards Wrestling podcast, although she did ghost us last month. She didn't even reach out to us.
first of all, it's your job to book me, okay?
My job is pizza. My job is not. You have a standing monthly appearance, and I got to book you.
Pizza. Did we write that one down?
Well,
You gotta at least send me the link. I mean, my goodness.
You didn't reach out. I didn't know what you got going on.
Listen, I'm always here for them for this.
You almost said the Mark Order podcast, didn't you?
I did almost say the Mark Order podcast, but it's fine. For shows here on the Shining Wizards Network. There you go.
Awesome.
Kate, you're great. It's in the name.
Oh, thank you so much, fellas.
Always a pleasure.
A pleasure to
Enjoy
be
your
here.
month.
Enjoy the rest of your show. Very happy Cinco de Mayo to you, Brendo. I know it means a lot to you. It's very
El Brendo, absolutely.
El Brendo, excuse me.
Cinco
Excuse
de
me.
Brando.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, should I change my name? To what all
Senor?
the- should I change my name to what all the guys at work call me?
Gringo?
It's gonna get us kicked off YouTube.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to get us kicked off.
Gord.
From the Gulf of America,
I
Gordo.
had to text the kid I'm working with tomorrow. I didn't have his phone number, so I had to get it from my boss. And I was like, hey, this is Gordo.
Well done. All right, fellas, enjoy the rest of your show.
Thanks,
Bye,
Kate.
Kate.
Enjoy your Monday night.
Bye, Kate.
See you later. Kate the Great. Kate's Corner. That was a lot of fun. Is there anything we need to add about the WWE releases before we move forward?
All right,
Probably should have fired more of them.
let's throw this out there and from the chat. Around the table, which guys do you think guys or girls will end up in AEW first specifically?
Man.
I don't think any of them.
I think Kai is going there. I think maybe Gigi Dolan. She's been there before, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
But,
But none of the, I don't think any of the guys, unless they show up on Ring of Honor, like an Oral Menstrual or whoever else.
oral menstrual?
Oral menstrual.
Hey. By the way, I heard Vincent and Dutch are gone too.
Yes.
Yes.
We heard about that.
Sorry,
as we
that's a
started the
bummer.
show.
That-
It is.
But Ring of Honor sucks, so good for them that they're gone.
They just came back too, which is very weird. It's kind of like the WWE releases. Like a lot of these people were being used regularly, and the Righteous literally just came back.
The week
No.
before, them in the Kingdom.
Yeah.
It wasn't long ago that they did the that vignette with Elias, was it?
Yeah.
In the last like 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe TNA for them.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
No, not at all.
I don't think anybody from this group necessarily benefits from going to an AEW. Like just looking at the group on the whole, I love Katana Chance. I think she's awesome. Really enjoyed her work.
Jersey Girl.
Yeah, I know. But
Fellow
But
Passion alumni.
I always thought that she was talented. So if there was one that maybe fits the mold of somebody that could fit in there, I think that she kind of fits more of the mold. Outside of that, I just don't see it.
Like you don't see a Braun there. You
No.
don't see it.
No,
Okay.
Braun's best landing spot, to me at least, is probably Japan or TNA. I think if he goes to Japan, it'd be very, very. I could be a big move for him. But at the same time, like Braun doesn't have to do shit right now.
I was gonna say, Kate mentioned something about his knees. Is he like gonna be like? Could he be someone that says, "Hey, wrestling was cool. I'm good. I'll show up occasionally for like big moments, and then just like not do it."
Well, he could. I mean, also you got to remember he can take signings and all that. He's a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. So,
Excuse me?
That's right.
well, I'm talking to KJG here, and by KJG standard, if Tugger is, then there's no way that Braun's not.
I never said first ballot for Tugger.
Okay, it's just that whatever it is, he's got more accolades than Tugger, so he's obviously a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of
Can
Famer.
we not call him Tugger? Can you call him Uncle Fred?
No, please call him Tugger. Tugger's
No, we've
awesome.
had enough like weird conversation earlier about kids and wrestlers. Like, can
What's
we
wrong
get
with
away?
What's wrong with
Oh, that-
Tugger?
well, that's like Duke Drosy has got in trouble, Tony. Children.
Really?
He's a kid
Yes,
Tugger.
really.
He tried to buy off the dark web some material that you shouldn't be buying anywhere. Yeah, you shouldn't do
I'm kind
that.
of impressed that
shouldn't do
Duke Drosy knew how to get to the dark web.
I wonder who showed him how to go on the dark web to find this stuff.
Right? You can't just put into your Google search bar the dark web, can you?
No,
Maybe Tugger showed him.
His name is not Tugger. Will you please leave Tugger alone?
you need a specific browser to get on the dark web.
Tugboat's a Hall of Famer, and so is Braun Strowman. So
You know who's not a
Mahal.
Hall of Famer?
Jinder Mahal is.
Yep.
Right?
yeah, I guess he has to be by
Great Khali already is.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jinder Mahal might be the one I have to change my whole argument on.
Oh.
Former world champion, beat Randy Orton.
I know.
I'm sorry, Matt. You were going to say something?
I was gonna say, you know who's not a Hall of Famer?
In wrestling?
A lot
Just-
of people.
And in this particular setting, the Shining Wizard world. Do you know who doesn't get into the Hall of Fame today?
Me?
No.
All right, I'm in the Hall of Fame, people. You heard it here first.
No, I
Is it,
didn't say you were in.
Is it the Polaco Fund?
It's not the Polaco Fund.
Oh man, you want the good Lord? Wait, in our universe or just amongst the five of us?
Just amongst the five of us today.
Oh, is this like a scruples question?
What the fuck is a scruples question?
I don't know. I heard it on South Park once. I ran with it.
If we were nice people, we would have given KJG a heads up. Me and Tony are awful human beings.
Oh, you're awful, not me.
I'm not awful. You're the one that fucking posted the episode.
Yeah, but you're the one that had the idea.
KJG, he recorded a Patreon episode. KJG forgot to add himself to the stream.
Get out of here.
23 minutes of silence.
Oh no!
I thought that I thought something was weird.
But you didn't see yourself on the screen.
It was a watch along. I only have the one screen. I have one screen going for the match. I only have one laptop.
Oh God!
But like, all right. So it said end record. Son of.
Okay, you want to hear the story? You want to hear the story how we found out?
Would love to.
All right. Whenever I process a Patreon episode, I always have to go and post. So I open GarageBand. I have it queued up with the Patreon, opening music, which is a little bit of a different fade on our normal music. And then I plop in the audio. So Matt, what was it, Thursday? He's like, hey, it's May 1st. You get that KJG episode posted. I said, no, I didn't. Let me download it. I'll take care of it.
Oh, no.
So I go in and it says it'll take 3 minutes, 4 minutes to download. It's fine. I get the file. It's like 25 minutes long, whatever it was. So I drop it into GarageBand. Typically, when you drop audio in GarageBand, it takes a second before all the levels show up. But when it first comes in, it's blank. So the only thing I need to do when I get a bonus episode, unless we're like splitting it up for 2 or 3 episodes, drop it in, line up the beginning as it fades out, and that's it. Process. I'm waiting for Kevin's voice. There's no voice. I move it down a little bit. Man, maybe he started a minute in. Nothing. I start looking at the entire file. It's just a level line. I texted Matt. What did I text you?
He texted me, don't be mad.
Oh, I texted him, don't be mad.
And
You gotta do that. I appreciate that.
Band, right? He just sends me a picture of the garage band, and I just start laughing. So Tony's like, oh, let me see if I can just go maybe like pull the video.
Yes. So I go into the video and I go to download the video. And for those of you playing at home who are watching us live, see how we got the SWs and the pink kicks in the background? That's all there was in the video file for 25 minutes. So right away I knew KJG never added himself to the show. So you can hear yourself, but you can't hear anything else. And if there's nobody else in the room, you don't know that it's not making it to the file. So poor Kevin must have talked to nobody for 25 minutes and not like.
Sure did. I had so much fun doing that show too.
And I bet you did. It was a 25-minute episode. I'm sure you had a great time.
Oh,
Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
but I can't run that one back. Like
Me and Tony
I
were
can't
like,
do.
let's post it.
That's
But here's the thing, like when you go to check the file on Patreon, it's like a 25-minute file. So you just go and you stream it, the music kicks in, the music fades, and for the other 24 minutes, there's nothing.
that still counts, right?
Oh, it's up. It's there. It counts for sure. And to get off my lawn to all you fucking patrons who didn't bother listening and going, hey, was there a problem with the episode? So,
Oh, fuck.
It was a TNA Battle Royal. It was.
I know. It was in the description. I put it up and everything. We should do a watch along, the KJG's watch along.
You should literally. Me and technology. You just got to have like a live stream of me and technology. Oh, that sucks.
You did everything right except click the button where, like, you know, how
not everything.
you know when you get up to take a piss and you like remove yourself, all you had to do was add yourself when you started the recording, and you would have been golden. Oh, what a fucking hoot!
Yeah, you got to be in one of the boxes like this in order for.
I was crying. I was
dude. Matt was. He was like, my day was so aggravated until you told me this. This made my day.
Like I hit the end recording button. Like
oh, it recorded. Just not you.
I'm crying. This is embarrassing.
You know what? It's you live and you learn, and you know, we'll see if you can correct your mistakes next
No,
time.
the effort was there, 100%. You listen. You tried your best, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say this though, and this could be a blessing in disguise, because I don't know if you noticed on Peacock, WWE section has like what's your match, and it lists like all the matches, and if you click on like Battle Royal, it has like a shit ton of Battle Royals. So like I might just do another Battle Royal for June or for May. I'll try to get one done this month.
Shits and giggles.
Yikes.
Yeah, if you want to do another one for May, I know we got the next installment of Brundo and HK's wrestling history. So looking forward to that. That'll be up for the middle of the month.
I'm horny for the next one. The next one.
Number 3.
I'm pretty hard about that. Yeah. Number 3, I'm excited for. That was a wild day.
Nice.
Oh boy. Whew. Well, Tony, welcome back. How did the driving went? Good. Everything's okay.
Everything's aces McGaces, my man. 3 more weeks.
So wait, what did you use for the? What did you use for the?
I got these. They're tall pylons. They're like maybe 3.5, 4 feet tall. They're orange. They got like the reflective stripes on them.
Really?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. When I took my test, it was literally 2 cones, and the instructor had like broomsticks sticking out the top with orange flags on them. But no, these pylons are good, man.
You used milk crates.
How'd you see the milk crates?
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
That's why I didn't pass parallel parking. That's the only part of my driving test I failed was parallel parking.
But you've gotten better.
I don't do it. I refuse.
Let's put a cap on WWE releases. Scott George, GCW for Cora Jade and Shotzi. And Shotzi can go back to selling her shit to wrestling fans, her literal shit.
And Shayna will definitely go to GCW, right?
Yeah, Matthew Birch Barnstrom feels like he's going to be an NWA guy.
Possible with EC3 being there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You never know. I still don't know where the last episode of the NWA is. I looked and I just gave up.
I am really interested in the Crockett Cup this year, though.
I want to see. But again, to the funny jokes that we made, like it's going to happen in 12 days, and then we're going to see it in August.
But I do want to see Hammerstone make his debut. I want to see Natty challenge Kenzie Page. I think that's going to be a great match.
I would love to check it out. I wish they would go back to.
But for everything great, like for your Tom Latimers, for your Knoxes and Murdochs, for like your Blunt Force Trauma, there's just been a lot of goofy things happen in NWA. Just kind of
the slime balls. Do you know about the slime balls?
I know about the slime balls.
All right.
Are the Funstruction clowns still there?
Oh, that's a great question. Let's
the
see.
brothers
they
of
are.
Funstruction.
Yeah, they're like clowns, Bippo and Jippo. I don't know.
Oh, Jiggles.
It's hard to say because the episodes are 4 months behind.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find the most recent event for. All right, NWA Sacramento Chilled Festival 2. This took place April 13th. EC3 against Carson Bartholomew Drake. Silas Mason. Oh, Throwbilly. Silas Mason against Journey Fat 2.
All right.
The Looks That Kill, Brian Idol and Natalia Markova versus Pretty Empowered, Kenzie Page and Kylie Page. Mims against Alpha Zoe. The Country Gentlemen, AJ and Casey Kazana against Kratos and Silas Mason. Silas Mason doing double duty. And Tom Lattimore against Carson Bartholomew Drake.
Didn't Latimer come to town recently Like I know
He's
he wrestled Crowbar months
He's,
ago, but
he's coming to town.
and he's wrestling a name, isn't he?
No, he's wrestling. If what you're thinking of is the Fight Factory that we're at the shore, it's him and Moff.
No, I knew about Moff, but I thought there was somebody else too. Oh well.
Let me look at his cage match real fast. Tom.
No, but it's like
It sounds familiar.
it's like coming up though. I don't.
Coming.
Yeah.
Coming. Coming. Let's see. Career matches. Let's see. Was he in New Jersey recently? He beat George South a couple months ago. That's great.
Jesus Christ, George South is still working.
No, I don't see any New Jersey. Is it at the Mecca?
I'm sure.
The last time he was in New Jersey, he beat Joe Casio, Ryan Clancy, and TJ Marconi in a 4-way dance.
That was it. He was supposed to wrestle Marconi in a 1-on-1 match. It wasn't a name. It was just Marconi. I forgot it. Yeah. I mean, Marconi, we know him, but,
we got a pay-per-view this weekend.
Oh, boy, do we.
WWE Backlash.
Oh, boy. St. Louis, baby.
Yeah, we got 4 matches announced so far. I'm sure there's going to be one more. Saturday night before Mother's Day.
Mother.
We got a 4-way for the U.S. title. Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. We got Lyra Valkyria against Becky for the IC title. We got John Cena and Randy Orton for the Undisputed Championship, and Gunther and Pat McAfee.
Probably today they'll announce Jey Uso and Logan Paul.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I do.
No,
It's not knocking me over with excitement, but I don't hate it.
no, I don't hate it either.
You got 2 world title matches, and they gave you a women's match. Huzzah.
And that
That's why
U.S.
they
title,
fired all those broads. They got no room left on the fucking shows to put them.
Dames.
Dames,
Yeah, I thought
Huskies.
I thought we decided on Dames.
harlots,
That fatal 4-way.
strumpets.
That fatal
Floozies.
4-way for the U.S. title has been like one of the hottest programs that WWE has been doing, linking all those guys together. That's going to be fun. Drew, Priest, Fatu, LA Knight. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, and look, man, 2025, John Cena, Randy Orton. I mean, it's pretty wild that we're running that back.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
me,
but then-
HK? Is it me, HK, or does that feel like a fresh feud?
It does. It's interesting.
And I think the part that's interesting about it is that we got it so much, whatever it was, 10, 13 years ago. I don't even know how long ago it was now, but we did that was always the standing joke during that time period. Like, let's just go back to Cena and Orton because it works. But now there's been so much time where there is kind of like a new feel for it. But the one thing that you always had was Cena as a face in that feud, and now you don't have that. So it's weird that they're not weird that they're doing it again, because I figured that they would get there eventually. I don't think they get there that quick with it. And I don't know.
I think the St. Louis has a lot to do with it.
But is it going to go past this? You know what I mean? Is this just one more stop on the Cena farewell tour, and
Probably.
he moves on to the next thing? And that's from that standpoint. I don't know if I love it.
Hey, Matt, I think the last time Cena and Orton wrestled was when they combined the titles, when it used to be the World and WWE titles. No? Didn't they have that like in was it a
Yeah, I
ladder?
think they did.
Yeah, I think that was the last time they wrestled where Randy Orton unified the titles.
Give me 1 second.
Was that like a 4-way too, with like Rollins and?
No, it was
No.
2 of them. I'm getting a feeling it was in a cage too, but I seem to remember they had that hanging thing with the 2 belts on it. I don't think it would have a ladder match, but I could be wrong. I don't
Give me
remember.
a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You guys can talk about something else.
Yeah.
Well, and then to HK, to your point, there is in between Backlash and SummerSlam, there is a Saturday night's main event, Memorial Day weekend in Tampa. So, I mean, you could use that.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you could have Hulkster Cena there.
brother.
Dude. Let me tell you something, dude. You think I should put out the whole video of me singing Rehab as a Patreon exclusive?
Don't forget to add yourself to the stream.
Yes.
So what else is going on, fellas?
You know, it's good. It's good. It's good.
It's
good. It's good. I'm not, again, going back to the Backlash. I'm just not super excited for it. Like leading into, it's just with the big match being Cena and Orton. I'm interested in it, but I'm not like pumped for it. McAfee, Gunther is just, I mean, that's another one that they just went boom. Gunther's got to do something. Here's McAfee and roll on with it. It just doesn't seem like there's a lot of like going into it. Like Cena and Orton has history build, but not current build. So it's not, I don't know. I'm not as up for this one.
I mean, I think the build that they did for Cena and Orton has been better than the build they did for Cena, Cody Rhodes.
Well, nobody's going after anybody's soul, so that's a positive.
And the Rock's not involved, so we know he doesn't, he's not going to fuck that up. Like, look, this is like the in-between, right? We got the Gunther Pat McAfee thing, like it makes sense. Like I'm not here for it, but it's a nice bounce back for Gunther after losing the title, and McAfee sticking up for Michael Cole. Like that was something different when they ran that angle. I thought that was done really well, and McAfee's fucking everywhere. The 4-way dance is going to be super exciting, like KJG said. Damian Priest was on the fucking MLB network this morning. I was watching him on the morning show they have.
He was on the K show this afternoon.
Excuse me. So, like, and the Becky Lyra thing, like, I don't know if it's been made official yet, but like Becky is like the Medusa in the new fucking Dangerous Alliance. So it all makes sense. It's not like blow your fucking balls off, but
Right.
Being the first show after WrestleMania, I actually kind of figured it would be a lot worse, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot of WrestleMania rematches. It's not one.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
didn't they have a pay-per-view once that was like WrestleMania Backlash? It was just
Yeah,
a
they
whole bunch of
called it.
rematches, right?
They tried to hang on to the WrestleMania branding and call it WrestleMania Backlash. But like this, even like the Pat McAfee stuff, like I didn't see that coming. That was an interesting way to go. It still keeps Gunther at the top level as a heel, and we know Pat McAfee can go. He's probably a little limited, but he can still go. Like he had the Austin Theory stuff, the stuff with The Rock. I think he had a match with. I forget who he had a match with. Was it Austin Theory in NXT that he had that like street fight with?
Adam
I thought it
Cole.
was Adam Cole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adam Cole. So like Pat McAfee is like enough of a mainstream star that it still presents itself as like a main event type match and keeps Gunther at that top level to me. I think it's like if you put him in there with anybody else, like I feel like this Pat McAfee match would mean more than if it was Gunther and Sami Zayn or Gunther and Jimmy Uso. Like
What is the next pay-per-view after Backlash?
Backlash 2?
SummerSlam.
Is it SummerSlam?
is there a
No, SummerSlam in June.
Money in the Bank,
there's
or
a
is that
Saudi
July?
is there well that's before SummerSlam.
Well,
Is there a
And then-
Saudi show in there?
Oh, Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank's June 7th.
Okay. And then has Backlash or whatever pay-per-view following Mania has that done historically bad? Does anybody know?
Historically bad how?
Buy rate.
Are people still doing buy rates in 2024?
Good point. I didn't think
Like,
about that.
look, like last
You
year's
were-
Backlash. Jesus fucking Christ.
Backlash.
Last year's Backlash was in France. It was
Oui, oui.
It was the Bloodline, Solo and Tama Tonga against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. It was
Oh,
Bailey
fun.
against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in a 3-way dance for the women's title. Damian Priest against Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight title. Bianca and Jade against the Kabuki Warriors for the women's titles. And Cody against AJ for the Undisputed title.
Yeah, that was a fun show. It was a
But like
fun-
on paper, this Backlash looks better than that one. When you just
You think
read
so?
Yeah, when you read back like the matches and where they were positioned at the time, Like no one thought like Jey Uso was really ready then, like to be a world champion until like that may have been pre-Yeet. That could have been pre-Yeet, like the Yeet.
Yeah, he's
phenomenon.
coming out of. He just beat Jimmy at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
It's like when you're cooking the uso, you preheat the oven.
pre-Yeet the oven. God damn it, Tony! Come on, man. That was such a good line that you had,
Yeah.
and you messed it up.
No, I didn't.
You said preheat.
I said preheat.
No, you didn't.
I
Brundo,
heard yeet.
thank
Yeet.
you.
Yes,
Oh,
yeet.
okay. All right.
And also, like, they got. I mean, look, the women's title is like bonkers crazy.
All women's.
We got Rhea
How I like
Raw,
my women.
Rhea
God
there.
damn, pal. Make them raw. Put them on the table. God damn it.
That's how I like my broads.
My broad's got to be raw.
Hot
Yeah.
dog in the hallway.
Take your bra off and take it off now. Did you say Broadway? That's fucking amazing.
I did not, but who did?
Who said Broadway?
I said hot dog in a hallway.
Oh, fuck.
But like Raw, like you got Stephanie McCoy is involved in the title picture. So is Roxanne. So is
It's
Rhea.
the
Like,
care.
I don't think Madfa cares about what it's called.
thanks, Brenda. And we have the new Paul Heyman stable on Raw. So that kind of takes up whatever's going on over there. SmackDown, they're staying busy. Fraxium's showing out. Aleister Black is back. The stuff with Penta and Chad Gable on Raw. Like there's a lot of different stories, and this fucking WrestleMania was 3 weeks ago. Like I don't know. We got Saturday night's main event in 3 weeks. Then we got Money in the Bank 2 weeks after that. Then we got SummerSlam. Like I don't mind, but I get it. Like this isn't the strongest card, but it's also 5 matches. It'll run like less than 3 hours. Like it's the perfect Saturday
And you
night.
ain't paying extra for it. That's the thing.
So
I like
think
the shorter pay-per-views.
I do too. I love them. AEW.
I think amongst like the hardcore wrestling, the hardcore wrestling fan is like the appeal of how is Pat McAfee going to work with Gunther? How is Logan Paul going to work with Jey Uso?
Face fucking
Like-
murdered.
Like because they're going to want to dissect it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to want to bitch about it. Basically, is what I'm getting at. They're going to want to bitch.
The LT Bam Bam Bigelow match.
Right. Oh yeah. They're gonna want.
Greatest main event in WrestleMania history.
All right. You gotta go to commercial.
I mean, we're in it. Do we want to even go to a commercial break?
No, we can.
It's 8:18. I mean, we could just fucking, shiningwizardsnetwork.com. If anyone needs to piss, get up and take a piss. I mean,
Pierce.
piss.
Now you see, Kevin, you can still hear us, right?
No, I don't think he can.
Did he get
gonna
up?
Piss.
You got to take a piss.
Go take a piss.
Boy,
Well,
you
this
queued up, queued up everything tonight, huh? You got the producers thing
I
ready.
told you I was ready.
How the
I even
intro?
know the
How'd
one
the
that you put in the shared file that says use this one, and it was
Yeah,
done at,
that's-
426.
That's all updated. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't see a producer's updated producers one.
No, producers are still fine. I don't
I
think we lost
also-
anybody.
Let
Oh,
me see here. I wanted to do this before. Right.
well, if we're not taking a
state
commercial break, let's drop this one.
Claimer. Oops.
Back after
I
this.
I'm asking the Grok to write us a disclaimer.
The guy that played for the fucking Patriots.
Oh, the stupid thing that we have on
Yep, that's the one.
X for the next month and a half. I said, write a disclaimer for the Shining Wizard podcast so we can put it up at the beginning of the show, right? Let's see what it says.
Oh, you want to do this?
Oh,
That's
this
not a
should
bad
be
idea.
good.
Right? All right. This is what the Grok says. The Shining Wizards podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. The views, opinions, and statement expressed by the host, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Shining Wizards, its producers, affiliates, or sponsors. Content may include adult language, humor, or themes not suitable for all audience. Listener discretion is advised. The podcast may discuss professional wrestling, pop culture, or other topics, but it is not an official source of news or information. Any references to events,
How
products, or
long is
individuals
this?
are based on the host's knowledge at the time of recording and may not be accurate or up to date. The Shining Wizards podcast is not responsible for any errors, omission, or consequences arising from the use of its content. By listening to or engaging with the podcast, you agree that the Shining Wizards, its host, and affiliates are not liable for any direct, indirect, or consequential damages resulting from your use of or reliance on the podcast content. All rights reserved.
Can't we just do this? Go viewers' indiscretion. I mean, discretion is advised.
Can you change it to inconclusive breakdown and send it to Justin?
I'll do the whole thing in the tub like Sonny did. It'll be great.
Anything else you guys want to ask the Grok?
No.
Nothing.
No, fuck the grok.
What's up with...
I had grok on my fucking nachos earlier.
I asked, what's up with Kate's hitters?
Yes.
It seems like your question about Kate's hitters may be referencing a few different contexts.
Oh, yes.
It might be a sports context. No. Kate Middleton, no. No. Lack of clear connection, no. What's up? No juice there on the grok.
How about Kate's fun bags?
Didn't
even hesitate. Just
fun bags.
Wait, don't you got to be more specific?
the left one.
I don't know. It's grok. It goes one post and 15 web pages. Connections.
Did we find Kate's OF?
Oh, since you're recently asked for a disclaimer for the Shining Wizards podcast, wrestling team show known for its adult humor and irrelevant style.
How did it know?
Irrelevant style?
Irreverent. Sorry.
Okay.
Bro, my eyes are going. It's bad. When Brundo sent the notes today, I had to zoom them up to 200 to read them.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Somebody reads them.
Dude. Kate's fun bags could be a reference to a joke, segment, or guest named Kate.
Correct, ding.
Oh, good God. Did you guys watch any other wrestling this week?
I watched the homework.
I watched
the homework.
Dynamite.
I've been watching wrestling from 1978 again. Oh, I watched some of the Fatur and the fucking Kyle O'Reilly tag match.
Dude, it was botchamania-rific, wasn't it?
Really? I watched the first fall. I thought it was pretty good.
Did you not see when they went for the shatter machine and he had him turned wrong like 4 different times, or when he threw Roderick Strong into the corner and he fucking unintentionally headbutted Dax?
No, those I missed.
Oh my God. There was an up and over in the corner where nobody was ready. They just kind of stood there and like, it was clunky. There was a big boot that there was like and it was like consequential. It was like a whole part of the match where Roderick Strong and Mullet FTR just were not on the same page.
Harwood is the bald one. I think of a hardwood floor.
Yeah, it wasn't Harwood. It was Mullet. It was Wheeler.
Wheeler, yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
Who'd that happen with? Did that happen with FTR recently too, where they had another like botchy match?
See, I thought like the bocce match was a couple weeks ago because I remember seeing it on Botchamania. They did it again.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't the whole match, but it was that segment. I have breaking news, gentlemen.
Oh shit!
Who died?
It may affect Backlash, but tonight on Raw, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins.
At Backlash. Oh, tonight on Raw.
Tonight.
Interesting.
This very evening.
Just having a match.
A match for the World Championship.
Oh no, they're gonna do it, aren't they?
It's over, baby. Like the Slicks used to say, turn out the lights. The party's over.
Mahana.
Oh, Jay, we hardly knew Yeet.
It's fun while it lasted.
Yep.
Nah.
Go back to the tag team and Oos.
They're not really gonna do it, are they?
I hope they do.
Me too.
We need a couple monkey wrenches thrown into wrestling.
But yeah, I thought Dynamite was a fine. I thought Dynamite and I guess Collision was okay. Collision annoys the shit out of me.
TNA was dope. Moose and
TNA
Zachary once.
TNA is interesting. Alicia Fox is the next challenger for
That
Sasha Sanders.
okay. Sans that. That came out of nowhere.
Wait, Hall of Famer Alicia Fox? No,
I hope not.
I think
I
she
hope
is
so.
actually. I think she is a Hall of Famer. I think she's in.
Really?
No, I think you're confusing her with Charmel.
No, I know Sharmel's in.
Racist.
Don't even try to fucking. I knew that's where you were going, you son of a bitch. I thought she
she's
wasn't.
not.
I know. So someone posted like a meme that there's only 19 women in the Hall of Fame. Like that's some sort of crime. Like there should be like 35 or 40 like more women in the Hall of Fame.
Quality, brother.
Yeah, but
I mean, Coco Beware's in the Hall of Fame.
Zachary Wentz and Moose was a fucking fantastic. And this was a live Impact at 10 o'clock, I believe.
10 o'clock, right?
Yeah. So this was a great show. So I would.
And
I would highly recommend.
Santana's coming for Hendry.
He does that every week.
But I love it. I'm here for it. I don't care.
Santana, we coming for you.
I swear to God, I saw somebody post it of I don't know if they piped it in or not. It was Tessa Blanchard walking past fans, and the fans were chanting, "Tessa, we coming for you!"
Yeah, they do that shit all the time now.
Fantastic.
But
Good. That means she's getting a reaction. Good for her.
Yeah.
Dynamite. I thought the fucking 8-man to open the show was fucking awesome.
That
Was it the conglomerate?
fantastic.
No, it was Kenny, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey,
And Briscoe.
Yeah.
Briscoe against the Bucks, Okada, and Ricochet.
Yeah.
Who ate the
So-
pin, Rick?
Matt, let me ask you this.
Mark.
No, did he?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, Mark took the pin, 100%. So they bring in Kevin Knight and they bring in Mike Bailey, and now they're
Right.
like a tag team, and they're in this 8-man. But they announced, I think either next week or it may have already happened on Collision. There's a trios match. Is it because Kevin? Oh, it's because Kevin Knight's going back to Japan, isn't it?
Yeah,
That
he's in
not
the best of the Super Junior.
Oh, okay,
so.
never mind. Then that makes sense then. Because I was like, well, how are you already not having them in the trios match together? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it was. I thought they did the match. They did a great job with the build up to when we were finally going to see Kenny and Okada touch, and clearly they're building that to all in May, or in London, or wherever the fuck, Texas. Jesus Christ!
In May.
Stroke.
What country is
Texas
May
London.
in, Matt?
There you go.
August. No, July. Fuck me. Jesus Christ.
No thanks.
I wasn't asking you.
I mean,
Bring
you got
out
nice
those hitters
tits, but,
again.
yeah.
Bring Kate back.
I
didn't say that.
I meant Matt's hitters, but sure.
I was under the impression that Moxley and Joe was at Double or Nothing, but that's at Beach whatever in 11
Yeah.
days or 9 days.
Oh, the show that Dave Sturgio's booking?
God bless.
What's
that
it called? It's got a theme, guys.
No,
AEW
it's called
theme.
Beach Break.
Fight Forever, or Fight Fest, or Fight on the Beach, or Fight for the Fallen.
No, it's episode 263.
Season 6.
All right.
Goddamn, Beach Break. Yeah, okay, Beach Break.
Beach
Yeah.
Break.
Yeah, I was right.
In a cage.
Yeah.
In a cage. Yeah, Joe wants it in a cage so none of them rotten sons of bitches can get involved.
Because that always works.
Yeah, that old gag. Hey, how many hypodermics are going to be in the fucking suitcase?
So many. You're not going to know what to do with them.
Rob Black's going to show up and fucking stick everybody with his prick.
Yeah. All right. So, and I love the Adam Page Kyle Fletcher match. I thought it was
That
fucking
was-
great.
That was bonkers. Finish
I'm
of that was
super-
amazing too.
Oh my God. It was great.
Yeah.
It was, and I love that there was no fucking interference.
When
Yeah.
we could have had a lot of it.
Yeah. Straight clean.
Yeah.
Tony Storm had her eliminator match. Okay. But they showed you clips of who she was going to fight. Like they actually made her feel important. Like you didn't think Tony Storm was going to lose, but they actually were like, here's a woman And this is clips of her. This is her beating Thunder Rosa in another women's eliminator title match. Like, they made an effort. What Handsome Kevin's gonna blast about something. Go ahead, buddy.
Here's the woman.
Hear her roar.
I just what are we fucking doing with she had an eliminator match against who was it, Lady Frost?
Yep. No, Yamashita.
No, she had one on Collision against
Collision
Lady.
too.
So she had eliminator matches both nights this week. And were either one of her opponents like in contention? Were they in the running to have a fucking title match to begin with? Like, what? I don't understand what the fucking point of having a goddamn eliminator match is. What's the fucking point? You might as well have had Brooklyn Brawler face Hulkster in a title eliminator match in '89. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why do I give a shit? I don't. You're dressing up the bullshit to dress up the bullshit. Stop it. Just knock it off. And to have one on Wednesday and one on Saturday? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck
you.
Well, why wouldn't you want your women's champion on TV both nights?
Yeah, but wrestling fucking scrubs.
I mean, Toni Storm did. You could cut out the eliminator, but Toni Storm did say she wants to stay fresh while the Owen Hart thing is going on. So she's going to be on TV and wrestling every week, which is fine. Cut out the eliminator, but she's still on TV wrestling every week. She's somebody that should be on every week. She's fucking entertaining as hell.
What happened to Puppet Girl?
Oh, she's still there.
Yeah,
How come she didn't wrestle?
She had a match against Megan Bain, which was great.
Oh, Megan Bain's the big bitch with what's her name that doesn't sell chairs, right?
Penelope Ford.
Yeah,
And then Anna Jay
Alex
made the
Two Life
save,
Force.
and Haley Cameron touched her on her booty.
I thought you were talking about Joey Janela.
Also, like, can we stop with like 1989? That was like fucking 35 years ago.
Oh,
The wrestling landscape. The wrestling landscape is a fucking
Right.
billion
So let's have
change.
more eliminators. More eliminators.
More
I'm not saying you're
tournaments.
eliminated. Don't fucking let that be your fallback. Like, oh, 1989. Like, stop. You sound like a fucking jerk.
It was a fucking comp.
It was a terrible comp.
It doesn't fucking matter. Do you think goddamn Lady Frost has taken the title off of her? Is she even close to being contention?
She's got one win in her last 6 months, dude.
Jesus.
No, I
Christ.
don't think so. That's not.
Well, then
the
why
point,
are we
though.
dressing up the bullshit?
The point is, you're putting your women's world champion on TV.
Shit.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a title match.
Right, it's a title eliminator match.
So like, wait, am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? If Lady Frost or Yamashita would have won, would they have been the champion?
No, they would have gotten a world title shot.
All right, yeah. So what the fuck?
So you're
How
probably
about you got Yamamoto wrestle fucking Frosto to decide a number one contender because nobody gives a fuck
Because that's not the gimmick.
So your complaint is the fact that they call it an eliminator match. If
Why
they
wouldn't
just
they
said
put somebody in the top 5 in an eliminator match? Like
There's
put
no
your number
top
3
5
contender
anymore.
there.
Yeah, what's their records?
Yeah, exactly. What gave Lady Frost the right to have a fucking eliminator match to begin with?
Rough fucking record.
Scott George says she won 16 of her last 17 matches in CMLL.
Well, then why isn't she getting an eliminator?
Why are you peacocking right now?
Yeah, I'm with you, Tony. Yeah,
Fucking Red Roosters over here.
Of course,
Not
you're
broad,
fine.
that's why. These dumb broads.
Alicia Fox for the Hall of Fame 2026.
Fuck yes! Sign it tonight, 2026.
All right, so we don't like the verbiage.
Oh, it's just dumb.
All right,
The verbiage is dumb.
You know what would have been great? Gorilla Monsoon would have said, hey, if Lady Frost has a good showing, even if she beats the champ, she might be in contention for a future title match. That's it.
Hey, look at that.
You know what would have been great if Gorilla Monsoon
The
went to
opportunity
doctor
of a
for cancer,
lifetime.
he might be
Yeah.
fucking alive.
So what's wrong with taking it a step further and just providing opportunities for people that might not normally get these
Because
opportunities?
if Jose Estrada wrestles Bob Backlund in a non-title match on All-Star Wrestling, the commentators will say, hey, if George Estrada can beat the champ here,
Again,
that's going to fire him right up the rankings.
To Matt's point, you're dating a time and place that doesn't exist anymore.
It's wrestling. Wrestling exists in every time and place.
He dropped Brooklyn Brawler and Hulk Hogan. You dropped Bob Backlund and Jose fucking Estrada.
It's an example.
Yeah.
So what? Why? I just don't understand why it grinds your gears to the point where you're furious, but which I respect, right? That's your take. That's your take.
Because when you put the word eliminator there, you make it sound like this person that's facing the champion is a worthy contender for that championship.
If they win, they are.
When Jose Estrada is wrestling Bob Backlund, they say, hey, this is a great opportunity for him because if he beats the champ, it's going to go far in pushing him up the ranks.
I guarantee you that there are cases where in a non-title match, the challenger beats the champion, and then the very next week on TV, they get a shot. I guarantee that's happened.
What the fuck happens when the person loses the eliminator?
They don't get a shot.
Ever again?
No.
Okay, well, what the fuck's the point? They just lost. They just had a fucking match and lost. There's no fucking point to this eliminator shit. Fucking bend me over. Just bend me over.
All right, turn around. I'll bro you up.
Slide one in there.
I'll bro you up, dude.
Freaking name, guys.
It's
like, what are you?
Stupid.
Is it the greatest? No, but it's not like.
It's not the greatest.
You guys might feel over.
Let's do it 4 more times. All right, next 4 shows, let's have eliminators. They trot this bullshit out every week. It's fucking stupid.
So it's a different wrestler on the roster getting a chance to win a championship at some point every single week. Like, what difference does it make?
Give me Brooklyn Brawler, please.
No, you get Jose Estrada. That's who you get.
Send him down. Jesus Christ.
So it's just the verbiage is what we're getting at.
It's the whole fucking
it's
thing.
such a silly thing to get fucking upset
It's
about.
the whole, hold on. It's the whole thing you don't like that Tony Storm is on TV wrestling?
No, I don't mind Tony Storm being on TV. I don't mind her wrestling. I don't mind any of that. But when you put this bullshit out there, like I'm supposed to halfway think that, okay, now if she wins this match, boom, she's got a title shot. How many God, I hope somebody's done this research already somewhere out there, please. How many people have gone into a title eliminator match and fucking won the match?
Well, I told you already, the Miyu Yamashita did. She beat Thunder Rosa. They showed it before her eliminator match against.
When was this?
Oh God, years ago in Mexico.
Whenever Thunder Rosa was champion.
In CMLL.
No, but it was under the AEW banner.
Ah, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
You just said, dude, no, you can't.
No. How many?
Just because you're wrong.
You can't just play I'm not wrong. Oh, you both can fuck my balls.
Fuck out of here, man.
I said how many? You gave me one example.
Okay,
What's
but I gave you one.
All right, so here's
one percentage.
I think Buttlander beat Nightingale for the CMLL women's title eliminator thing. So file that in the Who Gives a Fuck department.
Look, I don't think it's a hill worth dying on. I understand your frustration, but they used it on Wednesday night to show like, oh, this has happened before. Did I think Tony Storm was going to lose to Miyu Wanashido? No.
Miyu Wanashido?
What was that?
But I give them praise for the fact that they brought in this. You know, if you're not a fucking hardcore like Stardom fan or TJPW fan, like you don't know who this girl is, right? At least they made a video package for her, which is more we can say for when they brought Okada in, who's the fucking greatest, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, and you just brought him in and he just says bitch, and that's like what people know him as. You can read it.
All eliminator matches do is give stakes to matches that otherwise wouldn't have any. It's a good thing. Couldn't agree more.
That was Apron Bump Kyle.
Oh yeah, yes.
Disagree more.
Apron Bump.
The fuck does Kyle know?
Yeah, what the fuck is he?
Yeah, what's he ever done? Thanks for helping me out, brother.
Yeah.
Hell Satan.
Also, like, stop with the comps to 1989. Go current. Pick something in the last decade.
Just anything I want?
Anything in the last decade. Stop going back to the fucking 80s.
So it's like fucking throwing Titus O'Neil out and saying, here, Randy, you beat him. It's a title eliminator.
There you go. You want to do that? Give me a better comp.
Nah, I like Hulkster and Brooklyn.
Stop going back to fucking 89. It's a whole different world.
I don't know why, but I feel like it's not in the last decade. But I guarantee you in some point in time, Bob Holly won a match against the champion and got a title shot the next week. It just feels like Bob Backlund probably. Like Black Tights Bob Holly?
Black Tights Bob. So anyway, we were putting over Brundo. You got to save this. Let's bring it back to like a normal before the two fucking butt buddies over here have a fucking aneurysm. Yeah, you two.
Yeah. I don't like the cut of your jib.
I don't fucking give a shit.
Duggan. Well,
Jib Duggan.
You dare disrespect Jib Duggan?
Poor Lady Frost.
Brundo, how you feeling about the Nick Wayne, Kristen Cage story?
I actually like it. I feel like Nick Wayne's been doing nothing for like 6 months. It's kind of interesting, but unfortunately, he's going away for a month.
He's going away. Yeah, like that's what.
Prison?
It's gonna
what?
Prison?
No, Best of Super Juniors.
It's Duke the Dumpster is going to prison.
Yeah.
Handsome Kevin, what do you think of the Nick Wayne situation?
Couldn't give a shit less.
Blame it on the Wayne.
Is his mom still around?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you watch every week.
Don't give a
Did
shit.
Did you finally stop hate watching AEW?
No. Here's
No, hard, dude.
I watched. What did I watch? I watched. I think the start and the end of Dynamite. I think that's what I watched. Because didn't it kick off with the big ass fucking tag match?
Yes. It did.
I got frustrated, stopped paying attention. I had dinner, and I watched part of the finish there at the end of the show.
Yeah, I'm sure that bothered you too.
Yeah, I just stopped. Yeah.
Right, so just don't stop watching. You can.
I'm not going to stop watching. I'm not going to stop watching
AEW.
No, I'm going to watch it forever.
Tony does. Just watch the clips online and then act like you're an expert.
No, I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm going to watch the shows, and I'm going to get pissed off about the shows.
I watched a bit of that FTR Roddy O'Reilly match, and from what I saw from the first fall, I thought it was pretty good. But you know what turned me off? We've got to take another 90-second break, or we're taking one more break. It was fucking 10:02 when they took the break. I said, yeah, I'm done. I couldn't stick around, dude.
Did they start late or because of the playoffs?
Who gives a fuck? It's AEW.
Oh, yeah.
I know now, Handsome Kevin, I don't want to put your business out there, but maybe this like unnecessary anger, like you hate watching AEW, maybe that's not good for your health, man. Like maybe maybe take those 2 hours to play Fortnite with Vince. Vince misses you.
I miss Vince.
Oh God, you want to fucking come down a stress playing?
No, well, HK doesn't take it as seriously as you two fucking jerk off. So like you'll be able to laugh for a couple hours.
Oh, but then the problem is, then I come out here and I get all riled up about it, and then you say you don't even watch the show. All right, I want to watch the show.
Any opportunity to throw you under the bus. You don't want to watch.
Can't win, man.
Yeah.
You can't win.
Yeah.
You can win.
I'm trying to win.
No, you can't.
Can't win. Trying to win.
Stop
I miss you
watching.
too, Vince.
Win.
I love you, buddy. Birthday buddy.
Vince doesn't listen to this show. He said at the last episode of he's like, I don't understand how people get all worked up and talk about wrestling.
Yeah, he was kind of hating on wrestling.
Yeah, and Justin was like, we're on a wrestling podcast network, right?
Yeah, I haven't talked to Justin in like a year and a half. I hope he's doing all right.
I'd like to know what this Vince guy is into and what he's passionate about. And have him tell me that it's better than pro wrestling.
You'll get an earful, trust me.
Yeah, you will.
What's his poison?
There's not enough beep buttons.
Yeah.
Listen to the Inconclusive Breakdown podcast, all right?
Yeah.
Here's my one gripe with Collision. Right? I thought the outside of that weird sequence, the Botchamania thing, the tag match was pretty good. Josh Alexander, Brody King, I fucking loved. Megan Bain, Harley Cameron, great. We just brought Roosh back last week. They tried to make a big deal out of it. Then we got this other stop with the fucking $100,000 bullshit. Just call it a fucking 4-way. Don't make a big deal when somebody returns if you're just gonna have them fucking lose.
Wait. What is the $100,000 bullshit?
It was a body slam match between Andre the Giant and
high-speed collision 4-way match.
Fucking Sammy Guevara ones. He hasn't been on TV in a year.
And Roosh making his big return loses his fucking return match.
Well,
just like everybody and their grandmother loses fucking debut matches in AEW.
He returned last week, and that was like a big deal. Now he's
Did they get the horns?
You get the horns.
Yeah.
No, you didn't get the
enough.
He didn't get the $100,000 either.
No, the fucking 100,000. So fucking stupid. Like kayfabe has been so fucking dead. Like nobody. look, I don't fuck. Tony Khan might be dumb enough to give
I was just gonna say that.
$100,000 match, but then you would have a whole locker room full of miserable fucking people. Unless he's given the winner gets $100,000, and then the losers have to split $100,000. I don't fucking know.
No, the losers have to kick up the money to pay for the $100,000. It's almost as bad as saying Eliminator, right? Like, what are we doing? Kayfabe's dead. Fuck off. How do you like that? That's a 10-year fucking thing right there.
You're not watching on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. You need to be watching. You just,
Yeah, eat a bag of
you
dicks.
just
if you're not.
missed the greatest Italian sausage you decided.
You got to be balls deep into our program.
Yeah, that's a calamar right there.
On Cinco de Mayo, it could be a little chorizo.
Fuck yeah, dude. Put a little
like
sauce
it.
on the
Good call.
calamar.
Yeah.
Good
And I
call.
don't say sandwich either. That shit's got to fucking disappear. All of a sudden, like everybody calls a sandwich a sandwich, a sandwich. Go fuck your mother,
A
sandwich.
sandwich?
Yes, no, sandwich.
What the fuck is this from? Oh, Semplain.
Yeah, sandwich. You don't understand. I live in an area where there's a pizzeria every 2 blocks. So everybody's got to have a gimmick now. And don't get me wrong, all of them most of them do a great job with their food and their gimmicks and everything. But sandwich has got to fucking go.
A chicken parm sandwich.
So, yeah, sandwich, chicken parm. There's a lot I'll deal with when it comes to fucking people mispronouncing Italian words, but sandwich has got to fucking go.
You don't like all the guys on the social
Wait,
media?
wait. Repeat that, Tony?
What?
You say sandwich is an Italian word?
No, they say sandwich. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, okay.
Gotta get a meatball. Semplain.
Tony, that's what you should do. You should start calling sandwiches sandwich.
Yeah, Semplain.
Sandwich.
Like do a line of coke. Do a line of coke like the Sinister Minister. And then
It's okay. It's socially acceptable.
No, I snort semolina.
Anyone any interest in the AEW residency at the 2300 Arena?
No, God, we're still talking about AEW. Hey, didn't we watch something for homework that Brundo assigned to us? Or
Yeah,
something?
but Brundo did notes. I'm making sure we covered it. The poor you're all down here going, I'm
He's
glad
New
somebody-
Japan in the notes too.
It sure as shit is.
Oh my God.
He's a
Big
fucking
shows.
professional. God damn it. At least fucking read the notes while you're taking a shit, Tony.
We didn't have a guest tonight, and I feel like we're going on forever about AEW. I would have taken a Pilates watch for Christ's sake.
You said you were coming at 8 o'clock. This is not my fault that you showed up early.
You're the one who wanted to talk about Kate's hitters all night.
I was doing you a favor because I know you have fever dreams about her.
Kate's hitters and eliminators. Welcome to the Shining Wizards.
Do I have to bring up the drops?
What drops? Her fun bags? You see what you do to me? You see what you fucking do to me?
You want to suck the lollipop? Bring back cocksucking. Tony, are you sure you don't want to talk anymore?
Wednesday night, Dynamite.
What? What the fuck was that? I want Miss Handjob back. Oh. What in the fuck am I looking at? Some point, and then the other side's got the blower, and it. I know Mickey Knuckles' booty when I see it.
These are your words. This is not some AI.
You're making a bad impression to the public about who I am and what I stand for.
I'm not. You're saying this is just pure
Sorry.
entertainment.
You know, Molly's listening. Let's be respectful. Come on now.
Molly who?
Molly Rowe. You gonna isolate that ghoul? Yeah, 1 hour, 48 minutes, and about 50 seconds. The Uchi Coochie section.
I didn't hear that again.
The hoochie coochie section.
Well, stick it up my ass and call me Charlie.
Oh boy, look at the time.
Hoochie coochie section.
You're naked? That was about my mother.
Free the
I remember.
pussies.
Really? You and your fucking sports clip haircut.
What if he creamed in your face? Would you like it? I don't think you would.
Wait, shouldn't we be playing the credits over this?
I like the purple.
I don't get that one.
I don't know either. He said
it. All right, are we moving on?
Did you catch Dark Side of the Ring?
Didn't watch it. I think I'm kind of out on Dark Side of the Ring.
Really? Why's that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
Was it
for
Eddie
fucking
Gilbert
playing.
this week?
Yeah.
Eddie Gilbert, hot stuff.
Great. Anybody learn anything? No? All right, let's move on.
I didn't know he was in like a terrible car accident when he was like super duper young, like when he first got in the wrestling business.
Oh, like Duke Trosty age young, allegedly.
A little older.
A bit
He was
older.
indicted.
And then he was one of the Dr. Zahorian's patients, so he got came back a little too soon and did a lot of JOBs in the WWF. Then he cut out to go back to Memphis and be the Booker man. I didn't know he was married to Missy Hyatt and Alundra Blaze.
I didn't know that either.
I forgot about Alundra Blaze. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that recently. I think around the time, because I listened to Dutch Mantel, and I think Deuce was actually mad at Jesus Christ, Dutch for a while, because I don't know, she thought that Dutch said something about Eddie after he died or some shit, and she got all pissed off at him. So yeah, that's how I found out. But I didn't know that until recently either.
Yeah, so and obviously we've had all these TWA guys on and these ECW guys the last couple months. Like Eddie Gilbert was so important to the start of that. Like, it's kind of one of those, I think it's a what if that we don't, what if Magnum wasn't in the car wreck? Like, what if Eddie Gilbert doesn't die? Like, he was like super like way ahead of the times in terms of his booking style. Like, if he had just stayed clean, like the impact he could have had on the professional wrestling business. Like, they're not running people over with cars in the fucking 80s, and Eddie Gilbert's fucking mowing down Jerry Lawler, Eddie and Doug. That's fucking wild shit.
I think he could have had a later like Terry Funk type run in WWE and WCW if like you said, if he didn't die young, or I wouldn't be shocked if he would be like head of creative or something like that for WWE or WCW if he had his head on straight somewhere down the line, or at least part of the team.
Yeah, I could definitely see him heading back into WCW at some point. Maybe before Russo, or maybe with Sullivan at some point.
I think with Russo.
Even with yeah.
Russo's the fucking worst.
Yeah, but I mean, if he was there, then like him and obviously him and Sullivan makes the most sense, right, Brundo?
Yeah, but they hated each other.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Yeah, they covered that. They covered that in the Dark Side. I told you guys in the pre-show about the Dark Side podcast. The Billy Jack Haynes one tomorrow night. Billy Jack Haynes reached out to them, and they went to prison to interview him.
Jeez.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna have to watch this episode.
Like,
tomorrow.
this is Billy Jack Haynes like telling his side. Like,
yeah, I killed the bitch.
I'm amped for this fucking one, bro.
That's
This
interesting.
This might be the most exciting one for me.
All right, I'm back. I'm watching this one.
Because he's a fucking weird, remember? And like when we started the podcast, he was going on like fucking Facebook rants. Like, I killed somebody in Portland.
Well, Marty Jannetty was talking about killing somebody too. So, there's been a couple wackaloons.
Couple wackaloons. I like that.
Couple wackaloons.
Good one. Anything else on Dark Side of the Ring before we do our homework?
Nah.
Is there anything else we want to talk about before we do our homework?
Yeah, how deep did you get into the Duke Drose stuff?
Just what was
I googled it.
Released on by the prosecutor of the district attorney of whatever state he's in.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have ever used Coinbase or any of the folks out there have used Coinbase. Probably not a good idea to use Coinbase to buy child pornography on the dark web. That's how this dumb fuck got caught.
What a dope.
They flagged his attempted purchase, shut it down, and then forwarded the information off to the feds.
POS.
Whoops. And not only that, apparently he was like a special ed teacher, and he was like doing like the DUI program for whatever judicial district he was in, like as part of like it was like a recovery program for people. Whoops.
Oh, jeez.
He gone.
Whoops. Only $10,000 bail, which he posted.
It's that
and it's
his money.
Yeah, it's attempted too because he wasn't able to put the purchase through because the good people at Coinbase flagged it immediately. So that's pretty much the only thing saving him from any further charges.
He's the best. Jesus, Tony, take it easy, buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe Buck needs a cellmate.
Or well, no. I was gonna say Sunny, but different prisons. Same state though.
Are we getting Mr. Drose's JPay?
JPay.
Shining Wizards. When we're all dead and gone, our fucking legacy is gonna be sending JPay to the fucking most heinous wrestling fucking derelicts ever.
Yours might be.
I mean, look, if
made all donations in the name of Kevin Green.
Billy Jack Haynes can convince me otherwise tomorrow. I'll send him some money. Give him he can get a couple Slim Jims.
Send him a snack pack.
Matt, he's in jail. He's got Slim Jims.
I thought Cheez-Its was the snack in prison. Didn't we establish that?
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
That was the one. Cheez-Its. Good call.
Cheez-Its. Yeah. Speaking of calls.
Give me the thing, please. Make my life easy. You guys rock. Homework for last week. Handsome Kevin was kind enough to send us back to 1995. The Head Shrinkers challenged the Smoking Guns for the WWF Tag Team titles from an episode of Superstars. HK, why did you bestow upon us this wonderful homework?
So I came across this episode of Superstars, kind of going to the timeline of where Duke and I are at for Year of Duke and Rogue, just kind of catching up on shit. And I had my gummy, right? I was ready for bed, gonna fall asleep, and this match started, and it kind of grabbed me by the balls right away. And so, like, I'm trying to fall asleep and can't fall asleep. Watch the whole thing. Like, even Molly came upstairs and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "This is fucking fun. This is a very fucking fun match." And I'm supposed to be asleep right now.
You want fun? I'll show you fun.
Didn't know if it was maybe the gummy or what was going on because I was sucked into this match. So following day, I'm like, gonna go watch it. No gummy. See if I like it just as much. Went back the following day, started watching it. Fucking loved this match. Loved. I mean, almost everything about this match. The pacing, everything. Didn't maybe care for the finish, but at the same time, what I said after the finish? Didn't like that finish, but I could see again. I could see these two teams go again. Would really love to see these two teams go at it again. Fucking love this match. And I went, boy, I need my guys. Am I wrong? I need my guys to tell me what they think about this match because I was super high on this match. Like the pacing of it was like as fast as a match needs to be. You know what I mean? Like they did such a good job. Obviously, there's some real fucking rough spots. There were some botched spots, but the fans got into this match on an episode of Superstars. I loved it. I fucking love this match.
So the first thing that struck me about this match was that it was pretty much like back in like 1995 and prior. This is like a main event match on like your weekly syndicated TV show, and it was like second on the card, right? So like that kind of surprised me a little bit. It was after I believe a Hakushi match with Shinja.
Yep.
So that surprised me, but like this, I agree with you, HK. Like this it's good, and when it was at its best, it was really fun. But then there were some, i.e., the Tombstone pile driver to Billy Gunn.
Yeah,
Bulldog was pretty rough too.
Yeah, and the bulldog from Billy Gunn.
Yeah,
on Barb was tough to watch, and I love how Barb sold the pile driver just as much as Billy Gunn did.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it, and I'm a sucker for Sione as a head shrinker. I'm a sucker for this version of the head shrinkers. I'm a sucker that Uncle Zebekiah came down with the Nazis.
Love Uncle Zeb.
with no fucking music. They just kind of like their presence was there. It was felt in the audience.
Who's that? Who's in the aisle?
And when he came off the fucking top rope and he went to hit Fatu in the head and hurt his hand.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's so good. It was so good. This is like I put this match against a lot of the tag team matches I've seen in recent memory.
And I will say this before I pass it on to somebody else to discuss their feelings. There was this sequence where it was just like 4 clotheslines in a row. Like one guy closed the one guy, the other guy closed the other guy, and then Barbarian came in illegally, clotheslined.
Yes,
it was just cool, man.
They were all the flipping clotheslines too that Fatu and
dude,
Billy always did too.
Dude, even when he was Rikishi, no one took a clothesline better than fucking Fatu.
No, yeah, you're right.
I
gotta say, this is like the first match I could ever think where you would see Barbarian as like the face in peril. Like people keep beating the shit out of him. Like, when the hell did that ever happen? But I was all there for this match. It was pretty entertaining for sure. I had the flipping clothesline in my notes. How much I like that. I gotta say, when Bart did his elbow from the top, it looked like he fucking murdered his hip too. He landed like hip first, but
that was such
this was good. I watched this whole episode of Superstars.
Yeah,
I did the same thing. The fucking lead in with fucking Bam Bam calling out LT and his fucking lawyers, and then some schmuckery. Like, I'm watching this and I'm like 13 in 1995. Like, I know none of this fucking legal jargon. I just want to see LT and Bam Bam Bigelow. The match was fucking great. I honestly, when you recommended it, Superstars opens, they pump up the match. There's like a spot earlier on where he goes to throw Barbarian off the top term, and he looked like he was diving into the swimming pool, and I was like, oh my god, he dies, and that's why HK suggested.
Yeah. So when you're talking when Barb is up on that top rope,
yes, and they
and then
out of nowhere.
I was going to ask you guys too, because they said, I think it was Jerry says it's because of the fucking the boots.
Yeah.
Right. And then you go back to that Survivor series when Fatu was fucking with his boots. Did they have a weird thing that they were running with the boots?
Yes. Well, it was Albano. Albano wanted them to be like more human, wear boots in the ring.
More human.
Like,
yeah.
Jesus,
more like normal, jeez, or whatever.
Well, no, not Jesus. And because Alpha's eating fucking raw. They're all eating raw fish at ringside.
That doesn't mean they're not human.
Did you guys let's say humanized?
Did you guys happen to notice that Alpha was wearing the Ulafala?
Ulafala, yep.
Yeah.
So like, I wonder if it's the same one that they gave Roman.
Well, that'd be pretty cool if it was.
Mm-hmm.
I did notice a kid in the front row with a Confederate flag right when they came out too for the smoking guns.
Yeah, you would pick up on
that these days.
I also noticed they had they panned to a woman when the smoking guns came out, and Jerry Lawler made a fucking horse sound.
Yeah. Vince was like, "Be nice."
Dude, Vince is so fucking bad. What a maneuver! Look at that maneuver! What a maneuver!
Rare form during this match.
But going back to the LT stuff, he did explain that pretty well. Like he did, like put that over in the beginning pretty well about wanting the match and respecting the wishes of LT's representatives and stuff. I was here for this whole episode actually.
Yeah, I stayed for I watched the episode too. Tony, what did you think?
I enjoyed this one. I really did. I agree with HK. I thought the pace was great. It's a little weird that when the guns were in peril, that I think it was Bart, Billy was waiting for the hot tag, and he kept having to come in to break up the counts. But when the head shrinkers were in peril, that wasn't necessary because Barb was like superhuman, kicking out of everything. I did like how these guys would get in the ring and just hurry up, get to the top, try to hit a move. Even if they missed it, their opponent would go up to the top, it was fast, but it wasn't nonstop. Like they knew when to pump it up and they knew when to bring it down. The other thing I noticed, how fucking disgusting was this canvas? Like I was like, I never remember seeing filthy canvases on wrestling when I was a kid, but this one was fucking gross. They must have filmed like 45 episodes of Superstars that day because it was bad. You could tell it was 95. It must have been cost-cutting measures because they weren't replacing that canvas, making everything look nice and fresh.
You think, Hakushi was before this. Do you think his tattoos are rubbing off on the canvas, maybe?
No, it just looked gross. Like it just looked like pudding in the middle. Like I've seen some bad matches on TV. Go back and watch ECW matches from like 96 with the fucking duct tape and the holes in the canvas and shit. This one wasn't that bad, but I was kind of surprised that they would put this shit on national TV. Captain Lou made an appearance, which was great. We got interference. Of course, we got the double schmoz with the count out, which was, not a great ending, but a fine ending. I mean, you really, for all intents and purposes, had two face teams going at it, which is why you got extended, face in peril on both sides. But I loved it. I was all in for this. This was a great match.
Do you want to guess how many matches were taped at this taping?
I was just gonna ask that.
43.
Yeah, I'll probably say maybe 30.
And this was probably match 26, probably.
Well, it's lower. It's a lot,
Lower?
but it's not like.
All right,
crazy.
24.
All right, anyone else?
I guess I'm way too high.
I'm gonna say 18.
Anyone else? I mean, everyone's gonna put it's Price is Right rules, right? Closest.
I mean, I guess I'll go lower then because I thought I was kind of with Tony. I'll say 12.
Just say 1. You'll probably be right.
Go for it, Brundo.
I said 43 to start.
Oh,
I'll stick with that.
So it's 14.
That's not terrible.
No, Undertaker, Henry Godwin, Mantar, Gary Scott, the Bushwhackers against Adam Kroom and Reno Riggins.
Reno Riggins.
King Kong Bundy against Bill Weaver, Duke Droese against the Brooklyn Brawler. It all comes together. The Blue Twins defeated Butch Long and Jason Arndt. British Bulldog Bob Backlund, Lex Luger, Tatanka, Razor Ramon, Jeff Jarrett, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, then the Superstars taping.
Wow.
So there was Akushi Quartermain, the tag match, Razor Ramon, Bill Payne, Quang, Rick Santana, not Ricky Santana.
Rick Santana. Yeah.
Quang. Who is Ricky Santana? That was stupid on my end. I loved seeing the Blue Brothers, the Blue Twins, whatever you want to call them. I thought that was super duper cool. I was super fascinated with them as a kid.
I always thought it was two berserkers.
You make a great point.
No, but this was a great watch. I really enjoyed this. This finish was a little shitty, but I'll tell you what's the shittiest part about it.
That it ended.
They never really blow it off. The Head Shrinkers and the Blue Twins have one match on Monday Night Raw. The Blue Twins and the Head Shrinkers never challenged the Smoking Guns. They eventually lose the titles to Owen and Yoko. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing, to be honest with you.
I don't think this run was long for them. I don't think they were around
for who?
For the Blue, for Jacob and Eli Blue. I don't think they were there that long. I know they were in the Rumble.
They were in ECW pretty soon after that. They were part of
So I thought
Yeah, they were the Bruise Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought they came from ECW. They were there first and then went to ECW.
Yeah, because they were in ECW. They were in ECW.
They were in Smokey before this.
Okay.
Like the whole Raven thing. They were like his lackeys.
Yeah. And I think Barbarian goes to WCW pretty soon after that.
Oh, yeah.
I specifically remember reading WWE magazine or WWF magazine, and they said he left because he ate bad fish or bad chicken or something like that. That was the reason he left.
Priscilla Kelly.
95 was Meng and Barbarian for the Faces of Fear at that point, wasn't it?
Yep. I forgot they came. They were so they went from ECW. No, wait, they went. Hold on.
I thought they were in ECW first.
They weren't. They were ECW, WWF back to ECW.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were ECW 95, like early Raven
They were
stuff.
ECW 94. They were in WCW in 94. September 10th, 1994, they worked Joey Maggs and Todd Morton on WCW Worldwide. And then on the 23rd of September, 23rd, 24th, they worked 2 ECW shows against the Public Enemy.
Okay.
No.
Then they were back in WCW in November to lose to the tag team of Hulk Hogan and Sting.
Oh, because they were the creative control?
No, this is 94.
Yeah, bro.
Wait. Stop the clock. What?
WCW Worldwide, November 12th, 1994.
question
Hulk
is
Hogan
that?
and Sting defeat the Bruise Brothers in 23 seconds. Then they go to USWA for about a month and a half. Then they show up in WWF in 1995, and they are there from January 10th to their last appearance on TV.
Before they come back in DOA.
Yeah, their last appearance on TV is a Superstars taping where they beat Bill Gorgon and Sonny Rogers.
Fuck
Was
yeah.
Was it their first exit or their second exit when they were allegedly roughed up Sean? Had to be their second.
I don't know.
Refresh my memory on that one, HK.
Were they the guys in Syracuse?
Yeah, no. I could have swore there was they had a dust up with Sean in the locker room. I forget. And I'm trying to remember the timeline because I can't remember if it's their second exit. Would have made more sense just from where he was on the card to where they were on the card. That makes more sense to me.
It really could have been either
I
one.
want to say it's the first. I want to say it's the first one that they because he was a dick back then too.
But he was a dick in 99 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, not maybe not 99, but like 97, 98 when they come back as DOA. Definitely could be that. Could be.
All right.
Too.
So this was from Something to Wrestle. JBL said the Harris brothers attacked Shawn Michaels in 1995 backstage. I wasn't there, and I don't know exactly what happened. They pulled him into a room, and I don't know if they completely choked him out, but I think they roughed him up a bit. It's my understanding they pulled him in there because there was something that Shawn had said, and they took it, I think, wrong. I don't know for sure. So yeah, I guess it's 1995.
And then when they go back to ECW, they beat the shit out of Sandman too.
Hey, what did Sandman ever do to anybody?
Well, from the story, and this is from Sandman, he came out, he was drunk as fuck. One of them said, like, be careful of the head. You know, I got a big fucking stitch gash. And he just annihilate him with the kendo stick. And then he comes back. The two of them just beat the fuck out of him.
Nice.
From his words, too. It wasn't even like, Raven or somebody else saying that. It's like, I deserved it.
There's a 2-minute clip on YouTube of the Sandman telling the story.
Yeah.
I will watch that when we're done.
Oh, that's fucking fantastic. Yeah, but this was a great pull, HK.
Yeah.
I really.
I want to go back and watch the next one too with the Battle Royal and everything.
Royal. I watched the beginning of that.
Hey, Battle Royal, KJG.
That'll be my watch along. God damn it. That still pisses me off.
So KJG, I think it's your turn, no?
I do. I mean, it is. I had two options here, boys. Go
C.
A or B. I'll point to Brundo. Brundo, go A or B.
B.
Plan B, baby.
All right. We are going back to, speaking of ECW, ECW.
WWECW?
Nope. Real deal ECW. I'll break character for a moment. Heat Wave 1998.
Ooh.
Chris Candido versus Lance Storm.
All right.
I picked this match because I had, in case I needed to come in last week for HK, I had this match because it was the anniversary of Candido's passing, but figured I'd keep it in the hopper. And so I'm going with that. This match was a good time, and we'll talk about it more next week. So we're looking at Heatwave 98, Chris Candido with Tammy versus Lance Storm.
With Tammy Lynn Pitch or no? Were they tag team champs at this point? No.
You got to watch it, man.
Is this after they kicked him out of the triple threat?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's going to be fun going back to look at it, though. When you said ECW 98, I got nervous.
Why? What did you think I was going with?
No, because some of ECW 98 starts to fall off the rails a bit because everybody starts leaving, you know?
Yeah. It's not I just wanted to pick an obscure Candido match for like his anniversary of his passing, and this one is not. It's not his best. It's not his worst. It's not Lance Storm's best. It's not Lance Storm's worst. It's just I like both these guys, so figure why not just watch them wrestle.
Not his best. Candido is better than most too. So
that's a good point.
This is the rest of the 1998 Heatwave 90. Jesus Christ, say 1998 again, Matt. You fucking jerk off. This is the rest of the Heatwave 98 card. Just Incredible, Jerry Lynn, Masato Tanaka, Mike Awesome, RVD and Sabu against Hayabusa and Hakushi, Taz Bam Bam Bigelow, Dreamer, Sandman, and Spike against Bubba Ray, Devon, and Big Dick.
I fucking love that main event match too.
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 matches on this card that I wanted to pick, but I felt like I couldn't remember how in depth we got in on the other ones in prior shows. Like I don't know if we ever did a watch along of the Sabu and RVD versus.
We didn't.
Okay,
that's a fucking great match.
Yeah, put that in the hopper too.
98, and then let's see. I'm curious to see. Let's see. Oh, like. Okay, Heatwave 98's fucking pretty solid on paper, but November to Remember 98, Tommy Rogers against Tracy Smothers.
Nothing wrong with that.
Spike Dudley beats Mabel in 5 seconds.
Giant Killer, right? Was this a Giant Killer?
Absolutely love it.
Lance Storm, Jerry Lynn. Masato Tanaka, Balls Mahoney against the Dudley Boys. Tommy Dreamer and Jake Roberts against Just Incredible and Jack Victory. This was the stupid new triple threat. Sabu, Van Dam, Taz against Douglas Bam Bam and Candido. Yeah, this is kind of when the wheels start to fall off. Like
I was about to say.
99. Oh man, but I would love to go back and watch this shit. Because I know we did do Guilty as Charged 99 as a watch along. It's one of our first Patreon shows. So it's got the Sid John Cronus match on it. All right. Well, this was great. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Special thanks to Kate from Fightful at Miss Kate Fabe.
Kate from the Mark Order podcast.
And the Mark Order podcast. Every first Monday of the month, you can find Kate here on the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. Next week, we have Gringo Loco joining us. So that should be super fun. I'm excited for that. The week after that is Handjob Kyle and Sam Stackhouse. Yeah. And then Memorial Day, I know me and Brundo will be here 100%. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but we will be doing a live show. Scott George, there will be a live show on Memorial Day. Do not worry this year. I think Tony's going to take the day off. He's going to barbecue. He's going to have a sandwich. Is a hot dog a sandwich, Tony?
Oh!
A ham sandwich.
A hamburger's not a sandwich either.
You got to have some cup of gold.
Yes, there'll be gabagool, mortadelle, mozzarella, gabardelle, all of them. All the Dells will be there. We got the Zoots, the prosciutto.
You gonna have any antipasta?
Oh,
yeah, antipast.
Nice.
Calamar.
Nice veggie platter for HK.
No.
Veggie plat.
Veggie platter. And then what do we got? The Tommy the Trainwreck on the
Tommy Trainwreck. Yeah. Mott Spock guy.
A Mott Spock guy. He's not even like a Milwaukee guy. He's a Mott Spock guy.
Yeah.
Look, if we're gonna go like bare bones on Memorial Day, maybe we bring in the Mott Spock.
Yeah. I mean, if he's around, yeah. Why the hell not?
I don't know. Are the Brewers home?
Spock.
Will he be working?
Good point.
The stadium?
Yeah, Memorial Day is a big baseball day, right? So
yeah, but they usually play in the afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, people off. So
Yeah.
You should do an all-day show Monday.
On Memorial Day?
Yeah, crawl out of bed, show everybody your American flag drawers.
I don't have American flag drawers. I just took off my before I showered for the show. I took off my Iron Maiden underwear though.
And is that the ones you shit into?
No, do you want me? You want to see them? Do you want me to pull out of the hamper? You'll see my Iron Maiden.
No, no, because then I'll be able to smell them.
Please tell me that you put on other underwear, Matt.
Yes, I took a shower, put on underwear. Moss Fox says Brewers are away on Memorial Day.
Bring him in.
Ja, 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 ja.
Back after this.
Oh, I have to do the finish, right? Oh shit. Okay.
Well, maybe. No, I could do it. You want me to do it?
Yeah, do the gimmick, bro.
And now
about wrestling. Oh,
we cue the music. Wait a minute. It didn't go.
This has been a production of the Shining Wizards Network. For everything Shining Wizards, visit shiningwizards.com. And don't forget to listen to all the great shows of the Shining Wizards Network.
We would like to thank those who support us over on our Patreon, patreon.com/wizardspodcast. For $3 a month, you get 2 episodes. One of them has audio, one of them doesn't. Manny Kratza, Kate Hensler, Matt Garifo, High Five Tom, Kathy Hummer, Michael Hammond, Keith Parker, Ryan Schlong, Al Day, William Mercier Jr., Scott George, Jesse Elwell, Emily Brock, I Dunk Biscuits. Thank you all for your continued support.
I got thundershook. What the fuck's going on? About how much I love fucking Satnam Singh. I'm gonna try to put 4 on him.
Hey, stop pulling my
Aces
drawstring.
with aces, my man. Better not come with these lame-o questions. Kenta defeated Minoru Suzuki, Hirani. Hey, you already know, KJG. Miyu Yamashita. Kashido defeated Leo. You know who makes the name of these shows? We're cutting your time, kid.
Yeah.
How do you celebrate the 5-year anniversary of killing someone? You kill someone else. Out of doo-doo. Restart, reboot, compute. Next house, dickos. I get triggered sometimes. I think you would wear the Bruno Sammartino P-shirt. Smack Deezy. He went suckhole. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. And I'm not trying to like be a douche. Yeah,
I think you got to make the mouth move.
Let me get that tit. Let me get that tit. Little baby.
He left.
He laughed.
You go on.
Really?
Oh,
he's still here. Don't fucking shake your fucking head at me. The big D.
Oh yeah.
Like a needle through like a vulva. Oh,